Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's been a while. You haven't heard from me. Chris Nirvana Tool here. Figured a whole lot's been going on, and I figured, better come on and talk about it, right? No, I am not talking about that bullshit that happened in the Facebook group, but I will touch on that later on. But we are here to talk about the upcoming tournament that has been drawing a whole lot of attention and fun, basically for the last few weeks. The Build-a-Warlord event, starting on April 15th, on Discord, all that stuff. What's going on, Mitch? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, figured I'd just kind of come on. It's been a while. I didn't cover any of the games in the cut the last time. So I figured I owe you guys some stream. I was like, I haven't done one. So let me just come on, just, shoot the shit with you guys with Build-a-Warlord. Because, it's been a fun event to kind of prepare for, and I've kind of done some building myself, but I was kind of like, no, I need to do something with you guys. So I figured, let's go live, let's do that, and then, we can talk about some other fun stuff at the end. But here we go, starting it off with the generosity. Sanjington, who is back to work now, comes in to gift a whole bunch of subs that now block my beautiful face, but it's all right, it's okay, because he has gifted 5 subs to the community. So thank you again, Sanjington. So really appreciate the support. So I promise you that every sub dollar will go back to you guys, and there is no paperwork pending whatsoever. This is all legit. Good old Twitch has got me covered. So anyway, we're going to get started with the Build-a-Warlord event. So, there we go. Woodrow, and also back to work. Oh, man, who works on a Saturday night? You people in the hospitality industry. There we go. Send all subscribers 3d6. That's true. It is exactly. It's a more available dice. And if nobody understands what we're talking about here, I guess I have no choice but to kind of touch upon it later on. But back to dinner. Now you're talking, Midge. Here we go. So yeah, guys, anyone hanging out in the chat who just kind of joined, feel free to banter. This is going to be a fun one. Oh, wait, do we got a hype train going? Look at this. Oh, I love it. Critical are better with that, apparently. That's true. You can roll double sixes and double ones. Oh, it better be fun. Oh, my God. When we got Richard Bowers Dean, RBD in the flesh, actually coming to look at my Twitch. Oh, come on, man. Now you're putting the pressure on me, dude. Like, what is this? Like, Captain, Dragonbane, Midge, Woodrow, like, Sanjington. Oh, you guys are normal things. Now we got fucking royalty up in here. What's going on, Rich? So, anyway, nothing but love, baby. That's right. That's how we do it. So, let's talk about this Build-a-Warlord event. So, little background in case anyone, for some reason, who watching this video is not aware of it, and you just kind of learned about it. And you're like, cool, let me go check that out, and let's go take a look. I'll do a real quick rundown of that. So, about over a month ago now, maybe like 2 months ago, good old the Guardians will say, because I am. Oh, look at this! Midge gifted a sub to Rick Archer. I appreciate that, Midge. Really appreciate that. So. The Guardians kind of came up and were like, hey, we're going to do Build-a-Warlord as an event. Here's the kind of structure that we're looking to operate in. Please try and break it. And I thought that was a really awesome idea, because otherwise just kind of going in unplay tested with a lot of these formats is usually how we roll. And then, you get things like Slaughter is an infinite combo kind of shit. So, it was a really cool idea, and we got some really busted shit that all got fixed. And now we have still some busted stuff, but it's a little bit better, and we'll kind of dig into that. But it's definitely more refined for now. So, what is this event? Well, first, few things. Let's actually get on, as you see right here on the screen, me and my that way. Kind of. Hey, I think that point worked. Taking a look at what we got on the event page. Go to sagathestorm.com for more information. And just go to upcoming events. You can find the Build-a-Warlord event, which tells you all about when it runs. This little end thing is TBD, because it depends on how many people and how big the cut is, and who knows, you might drop. You never know if you build a bad warlord. But please don't. We're gonna hopefully make sure that you guys don't build bad warlords. But anyway, here's all like the good jazz and typical rules, yada, yada, yada. Basically, it's like, hey, the most 4E rules and Ancients format restricted list, like all that stuff is there. But really why I am on this page is to talk about, let's zoom in, Look at that. Zoom technology, baby. The event-specific ban list. So, again, the whole idea of this event is you will build your own warlord using a point system. And we'll play around with the point system in a little bit. But because of how the point system works and some of the abilities they kind of chose in that point system, they have a specific ban list. So cards like Bralig, Clarimond, Curse of Broken. Hey, you know what? You guys can read. The big one here is Fellblow. That one is on there because it is so easy to make a Necromancer who can do additional wounds with melee strikes and go first action kill you. So that's kind of stupid. Curse of Broken Spire is something because you can make a Warlord with every single subclass and get all that abilities, and then it's a little stupid. Clarimond is on there because you can make your Warlord level 1 and then just go absolutely insane, constantly readying yourself. And then Bralig, I think there was a reason why Bralig's on there. I don't know. They just hate Nothrogs. We're just going to say that. Let's go with that. The Nothrog hate is real. What's going on, Bobby? What's up, Forge Cake? Really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. So, yeah, just keep in mind that these cards are banned. So, as we're going to kind of go through a lot of these abilities of what is going on with the Build-a-Warlord, just got to remember that these are not options. Limited Wish and Phoenix Feather are traditionally banned on these events, so that's just an FYI. Anyway, let's go to theaccordlands.com where all this is just, oh my god, look at this. Woodrow saw Bobby needed a sub and Woodrow came and gifted him a sub. Look at that. See, Bobby, Woodrow's not such a bad guy. Everything is his fault, but he's not a bad guy. That's very important to remember. We blame Woodrow for everything. But anyway, let's get to the Accordlands. So anyone who's not familiar with how to kind of get, that was random. I'm sure it was. If there was any way in order to, if anyone is not aware of how to get to the card builder, you go to theaccordlands.com and you can kind of see right here on this screen right over here. There's this little button right here, this little 3-line button. You click on that and you get a little navigator. So like this website's upgrading. Look at that. Just go to the card builder, and then you are literally launching a very intuitive user interface. So I got kudos to the Brother King. I don't remember Josh's brother's name, but for coding this bad boy. It's really awesome. And like literally like for user experience, go and play with it because it's super easy to learn and super fun. Josh himself, if you want to check out his YouTube channel, he also did a video where he showed you how to use this. So I won't go too deep into the functionality of this, but definitely check his out too. But more so, I'm going to kind of be, what I'm going to do is, you see this kind of little, that little line over there that's like right under Build-a-Warlord on your screen right now. That's there for a reason. And that is because I just happen to be having Untapped open. Why? I need a die roller. That's all. See? Look at that. I just rolled a 9. I could still do that with 3d6 though. But anyway, we have a die roller here. So the way that I am going to show you how this works, or just really what we're going to do for Build-a-Warlord is I'll talk a little bit about some generic tips, first of all, if you actually want to, like for serious purposes, in terms of diving into how you should approach building your Warlord, what you should really, like what your goals should be, what you should focus on, all that stuff. I'll kind of talk to that a little bit. But really, we're going to roll some dice and make some random Warlords. So we're going to roll, there's 166 unique abilities. We're going to roll a D166. Whatever ability comes up, that's going to be locked in. And then we're going to try and build around that. So, we'll be doing that in a little bit, but first I do kind of want to touch upon it. So, first things first is, let's look at this. So on the builder, there is this little view rule set guide. Because right here, this is where you kind of go in and enter all your stuff. But if you really kind of need to see what's going on, let me actually just open that in another tab. Here we go. So click on that, the view rule set guide here, and that'll open up another screen where you have the breakdown of points and a list of every single ability whatsoever. So you can kind of, or not whatsoever, because you can't custom make your abilities. So this is building a Warlord, but it's plug and play. Just because we don't trust anyone to build their own or design their own warlord because, hey, here's an infinite combo every single time. But he really goes into the nitty gritty of the point system here. Like, you know, getting additional classes and stuff like that, adding second factions. Like, that's a really pricey point if you want to kind of look at that. Attack points, armor class. So they'll all break down to there of just how that works out. And the point system is really balanced. Yo, Grab's like, can it make a rogue with assault ability? Yes, you can. And in other months as well. I don't know if I'd recommend it, though. It's hit or miss. It's a roll of the die. But anyway, you have so many traits to kind of pick to. So really, what for me anyway, as I've been kind of building this warlord, what's been the most important for me have been the traits and the abilities. That's kind of what I've been focusing on. And feats as well. Feats kind of count as a mini ability if you kind of want to get some stuff going there. So, and then chargers as well. This is just MISC. This is the only MISC. But that's kind of thing. I want to kind of go, let's start kind of going through these abilities. And there's 166 of them. I know I am not going to go through one by one and just break down every ability, but we're going to touch upon them. So like the ones that are here at the top, and there's 3 different point categories. Lesser ones are worth like 15 points. You have 140 points to make for your warlord. Like that's the max. So, you know, you can usually, and you have to give stats and faction and all that. All that kind of factors in. But the point system here for these abilities is really important to kind of look at. 15 points is usually like a lower end ability, or like usually like it's not even like a bad ability. A 15 point is kind of like the more tamer abilities is what I would say consider it. 30 is the next level. It's like that's where, you know, you get a little bit more pizzazz to this bad boy, and you get a little bit stronger. And then 45 seems to be for the premium abilities. Any ability that says draw a card is 45, because card draw is important, and I think we're going to also note that here as well. But take a look at some of these abilities real quick. The ones at the top are all about these really goofy like traits that are very underutilized, underappreciated. So I think like really what the thought here was just kind of like, hey, all these things that exist, like let's do something with them. So Abyssals, you know, they've kind of had some kind of thing. They actually had an Overlord. So those exist here. So you could do one like all numerals are increased by 1. When I see an ability like that, like that's a dangerous text. Like cards like Solace were always doing crazy things. So that one is kind of playing with fire, I got to say. But I don't know if there is something broken. I have not found it yet. And then other things like just, you know, perform an action card attached to one of your Abyssals. Like that's a reasonable price. It's a limited order. And that's the thing too. To save on tech space, limited order just means once per turn. So just remember that. Or limited react. It's just something that you can play once per turn just to kind of get a little bit of less text on the character. So if you see that, that's what that means. But yeah, this one, 15 points, very reasonable. It's just, okay, perform an action. And you know what? This is cool. This is like I could see this existing as a real warlord. So things like that. Your deck may contain any number of shade harpies. This is just a meme ability because it's like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if someone was playing harpies? Like they think they're just Mai from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that is probably, I'm gonna blame Josh for this one. He seems like someone who would be a fan of the harpies. Yeah, Sanjington too. Yeah, he's been trying to build some harpy decks. Your monsters and lycanthropes gain the direwolf trait. So this is interesting because you can go direwolves, but then again, like some of these abilities with some of these small ones combine with one another. Like you can do all these shade harpies and then other harpies gain +1 HP. So like for 60 points, you can like literally just take that entire kit. And you can only have 2 abilities, 2 of these specific ones that are listed. If you have more points and want to get more, then you go into things like feats and stuff like that. Or, you know, again, you can build with just, I know my second ability is going to be a feat because I want to put a whole bunch of points into it. There are things like that, but I really want to focus on these abilities because they're all really cool. So then the direwolf one, there's like 3 different ones to choose from. Target direwolf you control permanently gains attack, NAC, and this character's items are considered blank. So this is just turning you into an angry werewolf. And they did direwolves instead of lycanthropes because that's already been done. Avatars, a very underutilized trait that was in dominance. You have things like that. I remember one of the band warlords used that to try and Uber up because you get Another target avatar is all classes and +1 level this turn. So like things like that exist. Constructs, we see that as like a Loki ability. So we have things like that. Like this one is pretty cool. Your other constructs gain +3 levels and ignore class restrictions for equipping. Like it's only 15 points, but like you can see yourself building a fun deck with that. I don't know if you'll build a good deck, but things like that are kind of cool. The pricier one is a limited order to put target item or construct from your discard pile into play. Like that's just a crazy ability. Like Nodwick, Supply, those are power cards and famous cards for a reason. And now you can kind of do things like that. It's either an item or a construct. So you have that characters there. People play good decks. Yes, occasionally, Rich. Not on this stream, don't worry. You are safe. Doing stuff with cursed items. This can get really cool because may equip cursed items regardless of class. And these are kind of abilities to look. There's a few of these abilities that kind of let you like open up new deck building themes. And that's really cool. So like a one where you can build all these cursed items. There's another one with paladins. There's ones with treasures. We'll get to those too, but those are there. But like number 17 is pretty cool in the sense where equal to the number of cursed items you have, all characters within 2 ranks have a penalty to attack, AC, and skill. So like you're just spreading the curse. Like that's pretty cool thematically. Here's 3 abilities for familiar. They're all worth 30 points, which is a little weird. Somebody really likes Cullivan, or no, those were just pets, right? I don't know, but they have a Cullivan feel, but it's just 4 familiars. Equipping any number of ones. I don't think any of these are going to be too crazy. Hero ones. I know that the hero trait was something that got nixed in the first round of playtesting. That was initially insane, off the wall. Make your warlord a hero, or start another hero and then do crazy things. Still pretty good. But you know, a little bit more tamer. Like this one here, spend so you can start like a hero in your starting army and then move forward or backward in rank, or gain a feat, a +5 bonus this turn, or remove a 1 from this character. But it's a limited order, and it's 45 points. It's pretty pricey, and you have no guarantee that you'll keep that hero in there. So things like that. Cratchlings, like this Cratchling one, I'm like, this is just what's the bottom of the barrel we got. Say that you get to Jins and Ifrits. Like, what's going on, guys? Then you get the Mentalists. Now you start going into these other subclasses. Like that's where like things get fun here. So like your Mentalists gain, and so like everything's like, you know, good old formula over here. So whatever your warlord is, so your Mentalists gain your warlord's faction and subclasses. Things like that. Like that's pretty neat. It does not let you be a Mentalist guild master. Because, you know, they don't have it when they're in your hand. That's just an important note that got answered in the Discord this morning. So just remember that, guys. But going with the Mentalist theme of milling, each opponent discards top card. This is an unlimited react. Like, this is pretty cool. So if someone wants to build a mill deck, this is what you kind of look at. This, and then Simon Abraxas's ability is somewhere in here. The Gargoyles we'll get to. You know the Gargoyles are here, Cap. I know you know that. We'll get to them. Monks, those fighters that are like a little, you know, they can do backflips, but they're still fighters. They have things like that. Your other monks. Oh, that's the other. This other word. That's very unfortunate. Your other monks can use fighter items and rogue actions. So that's a little lame. But I guess if you're gonna go Uther monk and then build a whole bunch of other things, that's pretty cool. Before your target monk performs an attack, all strikes ignore bonuses to AC. This is an awesome ability, especially at 15 points. So if you are going to go to monk route, definitely look at this. And it's a limited react, but you're not one. Oh no, there's not gargoyle abilities. Oh wait, really? I didn't even notice that. See, this is what happens when you have 166. Damn. Wow. Well, okay. Then the real answer, Cap, is you know, AEG started with the Dwarven Hate. It was then continued with good old Phoenix Interactive, and has now been continued with the majority of the Guardians. They just hate dwarves. Don't know why. Everybody hates dwarves. Anyway, Eye Stalks. We got some Reaver love. They get some love. Mitch, what did I do? You love harpies. That's what you love, Sanji. So eye stalks, this is pretty cool because, you know, the Reavers are a fan favorite, especially the Terror. So it enables you to kind of build your own terror that's not terrible. Haha. There you go. Terrible. So that's there. A lot of like some of the like getting +1 to range strikes and DCs for each eye stalk, like the spells, like that might be something there. I don't know. Searching your deck for an eye stalk and equipping it, that's like awesome. But again, it's like a card draw ability, so it's like 45 points. Readying each eye stalk you control as a spend order. This one seems really cool. Like, and again, as you go into like an Uber situation, you can do that. One of the things that isn't on here too, and in that similar regard, but I want to reference it here, Lich. That good old, everyone remember good old Big Papa Morgie Dithanis? Yeah, good old Morgie. He goes Uber and does things. Well, now you can build your own Lich that goes in that same regard. And you can kind of look at some of these other abilities here that kind of help with that too. But, you know, that's something that's just here. But if you want to go an Uber Reaver deck with eye stalks, go an Uber Lich deck, you can choose your own scary wizard that you want. And you can actually go that route. Just in time for Christmas. You know, we're a little early or late, depending on your perspective. Build a Reaver deck, I dare you. You wait, hold up. We might roll it off when we go for it. Don't worry. Reindeers. There's some cool ones where it's like, if a reindeer dies, everyone gets 2 cards because everybody gets presents on Christmas. I thought that one was funny. But like some other stuff where it's just, you know, you can just play any number of reindeer. So you can get 3 of them and do a reindeer deck. Like that's just really cool. I really like that. And before anyone gets any ideas, because you get to choose the name of your warlord, you cannot name your warlord Christopher Kringle and then get all these broken abilities that like Black Petrie and all that other good stuff that come in the you know, the Santa Slayer promo pack. But either way. Okay, let's go. May equip 2 bows and 2 arrows. So you can become Maca Macabre Archer style. That's probably something, right? That's got to be something. The arrow trait, maybe not so much. Arrows don't really get as much love. There were some good arrows. Like, arrows were really good in 4E, but not so much in Agents. But the 2 bows is pretty good. Perform a number of +5 range strikes equal to the number of bows and arrows equipped. Oh, look at that. See, there's synergy in the very next line. And they put a lot of these together. Chris Touffet. I love the puns, guys. Keep them going. Gauntlets. You know, that's an item trait that never really got much love. But it's so weird. May equip 4 gauntlets. Because, again, I guess you're Goro from Mortal Kombat. Like, so that's what you can build. You just build one of those. And then you get +5 on reflex saves because you have gauntlets. I don't know if gauntlets make you more reflexive. I guess like to defend, but when I think reflex, I think like tumble. You got more weight on your wrists. I don't know how tumbly you can be. Order, spend, and equip gauntlet, perform a +2 melee strike. This is kind of cool. But, you know, if you have Ghost Steel gauntlets, which is probably the best gauntlet, you're already spending that anyway. The Helms one is interesting. +5 on perception checks. So again, this gets really into like the D&D flavor where you're going reflex, perception, and it's like, I don't know if I kind of am a fan of these kind of abilities just because of how limited it is. There may be some very specific reason, but I don't see them. What I would recommend we do is go to Accordlands and type perception into the text box and see what comes up, and then maybe we get answers to that. But I don't feel like doing that, so we're going to keep going. What do we got? Helms to reduce wounds. So there, if you're going to go with the ability to equip multiple helms, you have a limited I don't know, it's a limited react. You only do it once. But anyway, you can spend a helm to reduce wounds by 1. So it turns all of your helms into Kor's banner without a roll. That's pretty good. The shield one I like too. This is now 44 and 45. May equip 2 shields and gains an attack bonus equal to the AC from shields. But the spend and equip shield, perform a melee strike. If it hits, move the target backward. Like just a shield bash ability on a warlord like that. And again, like some abilities like this just kind of really fit the, oh, I've always wanted to do that kind of feel. Or I really wish they printed this. Like now it's possible. It may not be strong in terms of being competitive, but If you really just want to scratch an itch that you've always wished was available in Warlord, like that's what you go for sure. Potion of Blurring is a perception check. There we go. So they made an ability to kill Potion of Blurring. I like it. That card's good. Here we go. Weapons. This is where this one right here, number 46, is a spicy one, and I think it's a popular one too. May equip 3 weapons and gains +1 level for equipping weapons for each weapon equipped. We just want to say weapons a lot in this, but you said it 3 times, and they said it 3 times because you get 3 weapons. See, like it's a very clever ability, but weapons were a very popular item in the design in like the history of the game, like Black Steel Dagger, Ydra's Tooth, you know, just for rogues or fighters, you know, you have Backbiter, you have Silverwind, you know, even clerics, they have some weapons that I can't think of right now, like some staff or something like that. Wizards have some funny weapons that you can dig into. I actually looked into a deck like that, but I was like, nah, I can't do this. This is just too weird. But very weird indeed. Slayer's Tome is a weapon. You can draw cards with that. Look at that. But this one's pretty cool because as you get more weapons, you get stronger at equipping them. This we might be able to see something there. And honestly, the abilities like this, it helps with deck building because that's the thing. It's like, which weapon are you going to build in your slots? Like that's something I always struggle with whenever I build one of my decks, like any of the traded items. It's just a personal pet peeve of mine. I don't know if this is right. I never like running like multiple options for like one slot. It's just, if I draw a hand with like 2 weapons, I'm like, well, which one do I use? If it's a rogue one where it's like, you know, you spend it to do something like the new Blade of Dark Tidings that came in the 20th anniversary pack, then you can kind of do things like that because then it's like, all right, cool. I play it, I spend it, and then let me put on a different one. So things like that exist, but for the most part, you know, I always like just going one. But with this, I now see a reason to play multiple ones, and like, so that might scratch an itch for me. Let's see. Limited order. Stun a weapon. Destroy an item within 2 ranks. Yeah, make your weapons K-Picks. That's awesome. That's a good one. And then we get into Daybreak. This one, I'm worried. I think this is, if you guys are looking for some broken shit, I think it's in the Daybreak section right over here. So characters with Daybreak may begin in play in your army and suffer no loyalty penalties. So becoming a guildmaster for Daybreak is a little nuts. Why can't we have one for Nightfall? Like, it was there. No one cares about Nightfall. React after you win initiative. It is considered the first. It is considered the first turn this turn. Yep. It's like, okay, yeah. So that's a really good one for only 15 points. So you can really build around that with other stuff just to always make sure Daybreak is there, especially if you're combining with that. So 45 points gets you 2 abilities, and then you can still go into other things like, you know, feats or multi-classes and things like that. After you, we're gonna get to number 50. This is one that I definitely want to focus on because it opens you up to very, very, very dirty things, and I'll explain why. So limited react after initiative. Choose your target character's Daybreak or Nightfall ability. This character has that ability this turn. This is a copy effect. Mirror magic. It's restricted for a reason. It's one of those, okay, well, this card isn't good until it's insanely broken. So now something like this, more than likely, there's something that's insanely broken there. Some people have kind of found some craziness where you print a Warlord with a bunch of charges and copy the Nightfall ability of, you know, there's a Feral Yeskar that gives you additional melee strikes for each charge on you and bonus to attack. So you can do, all right, cool. I have a Nightfall ability, and then I have plus 20, I have 26 plus 26 attacks or whatever it is. And that's silly. It's a little slow. There are ways to beat it, but it's like, that's one of those things where you look at that and it's like, okay, maybe that shouldn't exist. But there could be an infinite combo there. And I worry about anything that kind of copies like that. We've seen Medusan Lords fall to things like this. There are things restricted for that reason. So if you guys are looking to break some shit, go that way. Give me something to break. Uh-oh, that's it. Now Limp Bizkit's suing me. Anyway, may equip an additional trap and equip traps face down. This is cool. This is something new. Ignore name restrictions. Ignore name restrictions reveal when used. So this is an additional one. So may equip an additional trap. You equip it face down. So like the way you kind of have to do with, you kind of have to bend something with rules here, because it's like we're assuming, okay, if something's being equipped face down, it has to be a trap, but you can only have 2 traps. So again, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh influence. Again, I'm gonna blame Josh on it. Josh, this has got to be you. You were the one wanting to banish people to the Shadow Realm. First, you got like harpies coming up in here, and then you have people setting trap cards. You've activated my trap card. So for flavor, I absolutely love it. I actually think this actually might be a good ability too. And then also another thing's with trap. Again, traps really only came in at 4E. So there's a limited number of them, but the ones that are there are good. Like Pinion is a good deck, even now in Ancients with those 4E cards. So the trap aspect is pretty good. It is not a trap. Tactics, again, another 4E ability there. Yeah, you gain a bonus for each in your discard pile. This one's a pretty weak ability, number 53. 54 is pretty cool. It basically makes you Setrock, but with something else. Aw, Sam Primus, thank you for the sub, buddy. Next week, the bodies will hit the floor. That's right, not now. Well, it depends. Maybe when I get to the end of this and I start talking about other stuff, maybe the bodies will hit the floor. We'll see. Sutek. Oh, man. Wait, hold on. I almost skipped over this important one. Number 55. I'm excited to get to the Sutek. You know, Vasharush over here loves his Suteks. So I know that those were thrown in here. Just be like, hey, Vac, you designed a shitty Sutek Warlord, so we're going to show you how to make a real one. And I got to say, it's a good ability. But anyway, number 55. Your deck may include an additional copy of blank, with blank being your Warlord. Only one may start in play. So that's very important too, because otherwise if you had 2 level 1 Warlords, one starts in rank 3 and then one also could technically start in rank 1. So we went and fixed that one up and got rid of that. But this is like a Ferris Bachman kind of ability. It's pretty cool. This is also one where it's like, all right, cool. You may have an additional copy and now you have 2 of the same ability and it does some crazy stuff. So that's also something to take a look at. If you're one of those people who likes to tinker and try and find a broken ability, start with this one, spending 45 points, finding any one of the other 166 on here that when you have 2 of it go absolutely insane, and then you're good to go. So that's what that one is basically encouraging you to do. You talking about your pet rock? Yes. Forge Cake has a pet rock named Jerry. It is true. 56, Sutek. Your Sutek's gain +2 attack and inflict an additional wound with melee strikes against stun characters. I really like this ability. It's really good and very thematic. The Sutek, they like to tail whip you and stun you, and then they get you on the ground. 15 points, you start yourself with a Sutek kit. I like it. It's very good. I'm just Untap's yelling at me to do something, so sorry. Limited react. After your Sutek hits target opposing character with a strike, stun the target. So that's also a really good ability. Just once per turn, just stun you. And it's a strike, so it works on range strikes. If you have Suteks that are like throwing spears or whatever it is, or maybe they find a rock on the ground and just throw it at somebody and just, you know, dome them right there. Boom, you're stunned. That's what you got. I like it. React, number 58. After you cast a spell, someone within 2 ranks makes a DC 10 or becomes stunned. Because there's no limit on this could be crazy, but it's DC 10. So, you know, you're kind of just... This one is more so a crowd control ability, I think, like stunning a bunch of little weenies. But let's go to 59. Treasures. Your characters gain +1 level for equipping treasure items and may equip treasures regardless of class restrictions. So that's really cool. Again, this opens up new deck building abilities because, again, anything with a treasure trait, you can just put it on. And one thing that people need to remember with this one, in 4E, good old Arn was like, I'm going to take some of these cards like Breastplate of Power, King's Lady, and all these other items that exist. I'm going to make them treasure cards because I'm going to give them the treasure trait and put a GP value on them. So there are things like Dragon Buckler, which have the treasure trait. There are the faction weapons that have the treasure trait. And this is equipping it without class restrictions, not faction restrictions, though. So just remember that. Number 60, limited order. So once per turn, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, unless you discard a treasure. You can ignore the treasure part of this, and this is still an insane ability. Just draw 2, discard 2. If you build a warlord that has any graveyard interaction, like that is really insane. So this one I imagine we'll see is going to be very popular if I had to guess. This one is you're using treasure to recruit some mercenaries by ignoring loyalty penalties and reducing their rank by 1. It's pretty cool. Probably won't say it. You may play air, earth, fire, and water. So this is the last airbender. Like, again, the people who made this loved anime. I'm sorry. Josh, I know it's you. You're getting blamed for everything. 63 is a cool one. And again, this is one of those like Timmy abilities. So if you're not familiar with like the player archetype, Magic the Gathering, they came out with, 3 original player archetypes. There's Spike, there's Timmy, and there's Johnny. I encourage you guys to Google those 3 names and MTG. There's an original article from Wizards of the Coast that kind of breaks down those abilities, and they've really designed cards with those 3 archetypes in mind. Highly recommend going to read that if you haven't already or you're not familiar with it. But anyway, a Spike is super competitive. I only want to play the best deck and win. Timmy wants to just play bad cards and have fun. Johnny wants to win with style. That's the TLDR version. Anyway, let's get going. Once per game, this is the Timmy ability. If your warlord played a separate air, earth, fire, or water action this turn, permanently gains 6, 6, 6, and 2. Well, you become the devil. Look at that. That's just a cool ability, but I hate that it's Ubering. Then there's stuff with aquatic trait. All of a sudden, just kind of lumped in here. Again, that's another 4E trait for those who are not aware with it. Target an aquatic character, you discard pile, put that character into your hand. So this is almost like a little recursion thing. That's pretty cool. Spend an aquatic character and target another aquatic character you control. Remove a wound, move them forward or back. You have like a lot of options here. This is a lot of text. I'm going to stop reading. It has to do with aquatic people. Aquatic characters gain 2 AC and 2 skill. Blanket abilities like this are pretty good. There's a reason why Adarmi is awesome. It might be the card draw ability, it might be the blurring faction lines, but also there's a stat bonus there. Speaking of blurring faction lines, you may start the game with paladins from other factions. Your paladins do not suffer a loyalty penalty. I love this. This is just cool. I don't know if it's really good, but just having a paladin guildmaster is just something that makes sense. I like this. I did try to look to see what paladin starters are there. Everything seems pretty reasonable. I don't know if there's any kind of crazy combos with some of the other ones, because obviously there's so many paladins in Warlord. But that's really cool. Barbarian, I love this one. Number 68. Your barbarians gain the ability Spend Order. Move forward up to 2 ranks. This character may perform a melee strike. So it's like Great Leap / not really Bull Rush, like a mini Bull Rush. But it's Great Leap and I kick you in the face is really what that is. I love this ability. It screams Nothrogs and dwarves. Those 2 factions have a bunch of great level 3 barbarians that it's like, all right, cool. I put them down. I don't need movement for them. They run to the front and I do a strike. You can also use that on your warlord as well. So give him the barbarian trait. This one is super good. I like it. 69. Nice. After starting armies are revealed, name a non-warlord, non-faction trait. Your rangers have advantage on strike rolls against and saves from characters with the name trait. So advantage is something that doesn't exist in Warlord, but it does exist in D&D, the latest edition of D&D. Advantage just basically means roll 2 dice, pick the result. But for number 69, I decided to go with the ranger ability. There's a totem one where your totems do not require spending. So it's like, hey, let me try and fix that bad card design. That's pretty cool. I'm going to speed up a little bit. Let's see. Discard a character. Okay, here. The Necro one. This one is really good because Necromancers are going to be popular. They're one of the best subclass. Probably the best subclass. You know, them, Seers, Scout. Like, there's a lot of good ones, but Necro is probably at least in the top 3 of most people's list, I would say. And the only reason they wouldn't have them in the top 3 is because they just don't like playing them. But this one kind of lets you discard a character to change it with anyone in your discard pile. You don't have to spend for it if you're a Necro. That's really cool. But usually you're going to take this if you're a Necro. Only at 30 points too. So it's really good. But the limitation that it's discard a character is really good. Then you get the Summoner one where you reveal the top card of your deck. Top 3, if this character is a Summoner. You may play a character from the revealed cards if you could legally do so. This is a spend order though, so it's very pricey to do that. Unless, if you're going to go Summoner and you just need to top 3 it, that I can kind of see, but you think 19 characters in a 44 card deck at the very start of the game, like bare minimum, okay. 3 cards, you should probably hit 1 every time. Ooh, look at that. Celtic gifting out a sub going to Wyvern. Look at that. Really appreciate it, bud. Then we got Illusionist at 73. This one, again, this was another one that was around some of the broken ones. Limited react. After your target character is targeted by an opposing striker action, switch the location of the character with another target Illusionist you control. Redirect the striker action to the Illusionist if possible. So this is also kind of, the sneaky thing here is you think this is just kind of switching places and being a defensive ability. Really, it's movement, because that's the other thing here. You are not restricted to take the subclass of whatever main class you are. You can be a fighter that's a necromancer. For reasons where if you have cards that say you can play, necromancers play this without class restrictions or something like that. So example is Bard. Bards can play Counterspell regardless of class restrictions. So it's a wizard action, but if you're a Bard cleric for some reason, because you don't want to go to that cantor school, but you still want to sing, you want to go into a punk band or whatever it's then you can be a Bard and you're good to go. And then you get to play things like that. So this Illusionist one, again, make a fighter Illusionist, and then he can do crazy things like that. I said I was going to go faster, and that was a flat out lie. 74, speaking of Bards, take a Bard card from your discard pile, add it to your hand. You have a 6-card hand every turn, unless somebody finds a way to get rid of that action from your discard pile. That ability is super good, and that's why it's 45 points. This little scout one, limited order. Look at the top 3 cards of any deck. 6 of your scout, put them back in any order. That's just cute. There's some synergy here with some other abilities too. Even you can do this one and the scout ability. You can make yourself a scout summoner and then take that ability and the other ability. So it's rearrange my deck and then spend order and put whatever I want in. It's very expensive to do that, but you can do things like that. Move target rogue forward 1 rank. If this character's assassin, perform a decree. I like this because this is the sneaky tempo. As a limited order once per turn, you just sneak your rogue in for the kill, and then you get 1 action to do whatever it is. Because rogues always face that. There's always a standoff, especially assassins. Standoff all right, who's going to go to the front rank first? If I go to the front rank, Arctic's going to swing at me and murder me. But now you can go to the front rank and then stealth in. So it's pretty cool. This canter ability, you'll see this a lot too, and this is another one where just blur subclasses, blurring class lines. After your target canter performs a non-attack action that requires spending as a cost, ready the target. So that's just an ability to basically ready once per turn. There will be something with that for sure. 78, reveal the top card of each deck, discard each card. This makes you into Grihilga. That's a good one. You got to be a seer, though. If you control a seer, so you don't have to be a seer. You can just have one in your starting army. That's a thing. 79, target an item within 1 rank. 2 ranks if you're a druid, destroy that item. That's there. Let's see. Ready this character after a stealth check once per turn. That's super good. 45 points is the right price for that. Perform a melee strike with a bonus equal to your power attack. If the strike hits, inflict a wound on each character adjacent to them. So that's kind of how you get over doing multiple strikes. For 15 points, that's a pretty cool ability. I like that. Riding can be used. Super riding, I guess that's okay, but cavalry is just so tough in Ancients. I'm sure there's something there. Charisma on opposing die rolls, that's a funny one because it's something that people have probably tried accidentally all the time. Magic resistance. If you're resistant, you just cast a spell back on them. Again, like these three right here. Oh, sorry, I skipped over the defend one. But 82, 83, and 85 are ones where it's like people have looked at that and just kind of thought about that with what would make sense with this feat? Like, oh, can I just like throw it back at them or whatever? Like things like that. I really love the flavor of that. The defend one I could live without. Oh, it's limited react. Thank God. After your target character succeeds with a defend check. After your target character succeeds with a defend feat check, the target gains +1 HP permanently. I hate this because things like duty or like you just get a rogue that has Martyr's Hide. You'll have ways to defend, and basically every turn you get an HP. And if you're going Uber, it basically just means I'm never gonna die. Which, I guess it could be redundant in a sense because you're probably gonna have a whole bunch of HP from items, but it's just like, yeah, I wish those don't exist. You may choose 2 options with marksmanship feat. Important note here, you can't choose the same one twice. But it's still pretty good. Medicine. After you succeed with a medicine check, you get a floating heal to reduce the wounds to 0 the next time someone you control takes wounds. That's pretty good at 30 points too. That's a nice ability. Limited react once per turn. This is cool. Reposting before being targeted, and you get a bonus to the strikes. I like that because you can definitely build, again, like I said, Martyr's Hide. Build a rogue that wants to get Martyr's Hide and just give them reposts. Things like that. Scribed actions performed by this character do not require spending as a cost. That's a money one. 89. Look at that one. That's really good because now you can load up on extra spend orders. Again, deck building ones are ones that I like. And this is definitely a deck building one. It lets you get greedy with spend orders. And you can, so if you draw a spend order that needs to be, you need to be in rank 2 to cast, don't worry. This one's got you. Unless you roll a 1 on that scribe check, which will definitely happen. Adjacent characters can stun to put charges on. Yeah, there's probably some bullshit with charges, like I mentioned before, with like that Nightfall stuff, or like Surge putting in Supremus. So there are things like that. You'll see number 90 probably do some kind of silliness like that. Move a charge to move, ready an item, draw a card, and discard a card. It's a draw ability, so it just gets 45. 2 additional dungeons. Dungeons are silly. But they're there if you're a dungeoneer and you want to do dungeon things. You're gonna go sit in a dark hole with no light and just kind of do things. You can do that. This one, target dungeon control gets CR. I think there was another one. I thought the Kavrosh ability existed. I don't see it anyway. 95. Limited order. Kill a monster character. All of your evil monsters gain an additional strike per attack. Base equal to the killed character's level until the end of turn. The only thing I don't like about this is you can't overload with monsters. So finding that right balance of non-monsters versus monsters is going to be tough. I wish that was a little bit cheaper. Remove a character. Oh, this is Alberic's ability. So again, now you kind of get into those abilities where it just takes some of the other warlords that already exist and you copy paste their ability. So that I like too, because it kind of lets you, I wish I had this person with this person's ability. Kind of, again, mirror magic. Remember that? How I talked about how it's kind of scary? You can kind of do that, but a lot of these are kind of balanced, so it's totally fine. So you have Alberic's ability at 96. 97 is Azarin the Foul. That's really good. Azarin's a very underrated dev warlord, necromancer that no one remembers. First to level 3. So this one will definitely see a lot. And it's only 30 points. That's good. I could have saw that being 45, but the fact that that's 30, that makes this a lot more appealing. This is Belial's ability. You'll see a whole bunch of that because that warlord's broken. I wanted to always do something with 99. Like I've built a few warlords obviously already because it's coming up next week, so I need to kind of get ready for that. But this is Carebrae Netherin's ability. Just discard and DC check to either wound or spend them. Like there's got to be something here. I love this. 199 is good. This is Gothak's ability at 100. After you hit with a range strike, spend the target not once per turn. 15 points. Nice and cheap. You can beat Kron at 101, but it's 45 points to do that, and rightfully so, because you can just get a whole bunch of strikes and do that. If you want additional wounding, you got to earn it by like playing Nothrogs with Nemtok or equipping Bracers of Overpower or something like that. 103 is Inquisitor Dittmer's ability, or Demeter's ability, where you get to look at your cards and kind of its extensions, really, without drawing a card. So that one's okay. Discard their hands and draw that many. This is Simon Abraxas' ability. That's good. There is no 106. Guys, what's going on? We have 105. We have 107. There is no 106. And there's no 108. What the hell happened here, guys? These were probably the ones that were bad, and they just deleted them and then changed the numbers. That's basically what happened. So 164 abilities, guys. When we go and roll that, we're definitely gonna roll 106 or 108, and then we're gonna be like, God damn it. It always happens. There is no 87. Let's see. 105 makes you Wrathy or Wraith, depending on your pronunciation. That's really good. That, because a lot of just discard a card to move forward or backward in rank. It's just usable in just about every class. I really like that for sure. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Just taking a look. Care Bear's really quality assurance at its best. There you go. Those were the gargoyle abilities. Oh, we have solved the problem, Cap. We got there. 107. Discard a spell. Target character 2 ranks. DC 6 plus your skill or stun. What Warlord is that? That's like Cultin the Bleak? Yeah, that's Cultin the Bleak. Stunning characters is going to be like, and that's the thing too, like generally what I'm kind of seeing, I can see a lot of front rank Warlords coming in here and just really aggressive shit. So like these stun abilities being in here is really good because it kind of gives you an option. And that kind of makes it like, just like with any normal Warlord tournament, there's always the guessing game where it's, do you play the meta deck where it's like, this is what we expect everyone to play, this is the top deck, whatever, but then you play the, or do you play the meta, sorry, I completely botched that. Are you gonna play the top deck that everyone's gonna play, or are you gonna play the meta deck that's meant, you know, it might not be the best deck out there, but it crushes the best deck. So these kind of abilities kind of exist to balance out each other, and it's really cool. Spend order a +0 that inflicts 2 additional wounds. This one just screams like some kind of critical success combo, and just roll a +0 and live on hopes and dreams. Once per turn, after you remove a wound to do a melee strike. This is pretty cool. Remove a wound before a melee strike. This is from, is that Corrin Blackstone? The dwarf, level 4 dwarf. Let's see. Limited react. After a strike targets this person, cancel the strike. This is really good. Just a defensive ability. And because you have the luxury to play around with your stats, you can go rock bottom on stats, but then give yourself an ability like that where it's like, all right, cool. My stats don't matter because if anyone's going to touch me, I'm going to be like, nope, cancel. 112. After your faction performs an order, you may perform a decree. I like this. Just getting the tempo, get my extra action in. It is 45 points, so that's what makes it a hard sell. If it was 30, I'd probably snap play it in a bunch of things. This one is an anti-draw ability. As I said, draw is king. Draw is really the name of this game here, because the more cards you have, the more you can usually do. So having abilities that have anti-draw are in there. This is only a once per turn, but again, you do a +5 range strike targeting the target no matter where they are. If they perform an action to draw or retrieve a card. This is a really good one. You can make a silver bullet rogue that kind of basically says, hey, you're not going to draw any cards, or I'm going to just murder you. We have a PSA, so I will help you with that. If you built your Warlord a while ago, make sure you rebuild before posting since some stuff has changed. That is very good advice. One of my Warlords didn't work anymore. Yes. Because there were updates. Definitely remember that. After a winning initiative, discard up to 2 cards, draw that many. That's the Bloody Mistress. That's pretty good. Discard a card. Target a character within 3 ranks must succeed with a magic save DC 15 or become stunned. What is that? Severed a bone? Oh, it's a once per turn? Yeah. And you can't increase the DC? Yeah. But 3 ranks. That's not bad. After one of your factions is targeted with an action that doesn't produce a melee strike, remove a spell scribe to this person from the game. Cancel the action. Who is that? There's some good aligned dev wizard that does this. Thankfully, this is 15, because if you want to do some crazy... Gortlet the Pitless or something like that. I don't even know if that's a real card. I might be making up devs right now. But you know what? Any dev I make up is probably better than the real devs. Zing! 118. Turn yourself into Lady of Mercy. If you're rolling 3d6, this ability is not for you. Grigor the Spineless. That's what I was thinking. Thank you, Graham. I was close. There was some Pitless guy there. Yeah, see? RBD knows. Devs suck. Twice per turn. Target an opposing character. Okay, this is Queen Yahia's ability from 4E. Basically causing one character to do a DC 14 or they get confused and punch somebody else on their own army. That's always been a fun ability. I like that. This is just, hey, if you want some range strikes like Balam Nock has, you can just get that for 30 points. That's pretty good. Discard a card, remove a wound from this character. So this is one of the Dallin abilities. Yep, there's something there. That can definitely go in a good Uber deck for sure. After a faction in this rank is targeted with a melee strike, make it... Okay, this turns you into duty, and then this with that defend one, it's stupid. I hate it. Don't want it to exist. Please don't play it. If I play you on stream, I'm going to cry. 123. Here we go. That's the Fasalt ability. You can... all the things that were wrong with Fasalt that you guys saw me play, or all the things that were right, too. You can keep the right stuff, but then you can like take the wrong stuff and fill it with other things. So I like this. Thank you for making Fasalt's ability just there. It'll be fun. And that's what this is all about. If you want to get 2 weapons, it only costs you 15 points. So... kind of like the other weapon one, but the other weapon one was like 45, a little bit more expensive. So if you're looking for a weapon ability that's a little cheaper, you got this one right here. Adjacent faction had the ability to stun this character, perform a melee strike. This is Goodleafer's ability. 30 points, not bad. That's good. This is Priam Iron Souls react. 45 points, rightfully costed, I think. Readying a target with a cleric cavalry one will be very good. Name your cavalry in the sense of like just like mid-range, I should say. Cavalry is more like steeds and stuff like that. Like that doesn't really work out. You need deck slots for things other than steeds. I like this 129. May perform level 1 actions of any class. This is Natesha's ability. 15 points. So like you want to tack that on and then you can like play some level 1 actions. That's really cool. Again, this is a deck building ability. I love these kind of things. Twice per turn. This is Morgan. 4E Morgan the Unlivings. DC 15 or suffer a wound. So if you're going to play a front rank one, you can go with some option like that, but it is pricey, so watch out. You can play first and second level fighter actions for 15 points. Really, this is just saying, hey, if there's a level 2 fighter action you really want to play, take this, because otherwise there's no reason to not just take that one. You get more options, actually. So this will have to be used for a very specific reason. Kill another character, draw a card. This character may immediately cast a spell that they are capable of casting. So this is Rama the Cruel. This one's a money ability. I have built a warlord with this ability. I like it. Card draw. And one thing to note too, with kill another character, and I use this on a warlord, it was a chosen warlord. Dun, 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 dun. Because you're killing another character. So there are certain actions in here. 136, which we can kind of see on screen. If you want to make a chosen warlord, try and make it a little bit better, because chosen are the weakest faction in Ancients because of the smaller card pool. But something like this, some of these other, like, you know, the Guildmaster abilities that let you play cards without faction loyalty, those, if you're going to go chosen, look at these kind of abilities and fill them in. Or just this one that lets you kill it and trigger some abilities with that. After blank moves to a different rank, perform +4 range check. So this is Laird John Hawthorne's ability. We're going to see a lot of this, I think, because having this and then build it in with other stuff, like there's just so much you can do. 45 points, right cost there. Probably more if we could have. This turns you into Trespass. I like that, and I like that it's only 30. Just an order once returned to a +3 range strike, Captain Alara, 15 points. I like it because it's kind of like, hey, you just need a range strike, right? Well, now you have an option. You can't say it doesn't exist. 136 turns you into War Master Seth. Kill a faction trait. This turn, blank gets +3 attack, and their melee strikes may target 2 ranks away. So go Chosen Warlord, a front ranker, and do this, and now you're swinging at their second rank. There's something there. I like that one. That's a good one to pick. After this first wounds, ready. This is a limited react, so it's once per turn, so it's new winter. It's not OG winter. If you want to be a Darmy, it'll cost you 45 points. That's not bad. While blank is ready, your faction may cast wizard spells as though they were in this character's location. So this is a weird one. So because your other characters are casting the spell based off of where this wizard spell specifically, wherever your warlord is located. So you're starting at level 3. So it's like, are you going to have a wizard that's in like rank 8 that you need to cast in rank 3? Like this one I just don't get. I don't see the application to it. But maybe there's something there. Maybe you build your warlord just around stealthing into the army, but then everything else in the deck is like wizard spells. And like you just want your characters to be able to launch spells from the first rank? I don't know. 140. After blank kills a character with a melee strike or action, the character's controller must discard a card from their hand. That's nifty. But the fact that they choose, I wish it was random. The fact that they choose really hurts this ability. 141. Remove up to 3 cards. Okay, this is Devour. If you're going to expect a whole bunch of Necromancers or Clerics running Ring of the Savant or anything like that go with discard pile, this is the one you want. 15 points and you get this meta ability. So this is that meta game kind of thing there. So you can this turns you into Devour, where you can remove 3 cards from your discard pile to eat 3 of theirs. So no more recursion. Definitely consider this one. I like that one. While adjacent to a Cleric, has an additional melee strike, base attack +2 when they attack. That is a random one. Like what? When you guys were designing the abilities, were you like, yes, this is the one that was missing. It needs to go in here. Or was this just like, I really need something. Let me grab anything. I want to know the story. So that to Josh, Woodrow, whoever made these full lists, like guys, like, what the fuck were you thinking with this one? Luckily, it's only 15 points. I guess that's what it is. We need more cheap ones because we put all these good ones in that are expensive. That's probably the literal reason. And by the way, if you guys want to summon Wes, 143 is your ability. This turns you into Aquilia, the elf summoner chick, from Epic Edition, I think. Yeah, it's that ability, but instead of, what is it? Something with an L, some bad elf name. Instead you get Wes. So a little inside joke. I like that. But yeah, this can be really cool because you can play a front rank fighter with this ability, and then you get like another level 3 fighter with one of these extra movement cards that you play. Like that's pretty cool. I like that. 144. After your target character kills an opposing character, remove the opposing character from the game. Again, very important, removing characters. Ready a faction of lower level than the opposing character. So this is kind of like almost like a thrill victory kind of deal, but with also some meta. Is this Archon's ability? Is that what this is? Oh, okay, cool. Archon I've always wished was good. But yeah, this is a good one. Oh yeah, you're right. That is Archon's ability. Look at you go, Zant, on top of these things. But yeah, I like that one. 145, once per game. Perform a number of +0 range strikes equal to this character's level. Luckily, you are capped at level 5. You cannot go higher than that. So no, you cannot go level 12, put this ability on, and then just, again, +0s with hopes and dreams. Yeah, nothing like that exists. 146. Adjacent lower level characters gain defend +3. 15 points. This is a nice ability if you're going to go front rank, but there's probably other ones you're going to want. But just in case you needed extra protection, you got it. Discard a spell from your hand. Do a +5 range strike. Limited order. So this turns you into Captain Ducat. 147 is good. We're getting there, guys. We're almost through, I promise. 148. After blank is targeted by an action or strike, remove a faction in your discard pile from the game. Redirect. So this is Captain Carcos. Built in, not once per turn protection, but it is based on characters being in your discard pile. So you just got to remember that. But that one's still good. This is during core touched. Search your deck for a weapon and just equip it to one of your characters that are of your same faction. This turns you into Garn Hearthstone. That's good. And only 30 points. Look at that. Inflict additional wound against stun characters. There's got to be something here. So if you're going to go all that stun tech. Like if you're going to go with one of the stun tech ones that we like looked at and talked about, you can do this. Or you do this with the Fasalt ability. So that's like as your characters are stunning now, like as you get more strikes, you're doing extra wounds on them. After casting a spell, perform a melee strike once per turn. This is Sorcerer's Chagrin. Discard a card, remove a wound from one of your characters that are of your faction within 1 rank. Turn anything into a heal. That's pretty good at 15. I like that. So just gives you some real toolbox option right there. May play wizard spells up to 2nd level. Again, 45 points. Oof. Well, I mean, there are a lot of good level 2 wizard spells, so that's why. But again, you'd have to go specifically for 2nd level stuff with this one. Because otherwise, if you're going in just for like level 1s, just go with the other ability that's 15 points. But that's why 45, this is here so you don't get like the fiery bolts, final power. What else is there? Like those two, and then there's like another order spell that's like level 2 that I can't think of. No, I think of Vote Crisis, that's level 1. But like, so that's what this is for. It's like it's going to cost you if you want to do things like that. 155, target opposing character makes a melee strike roll. Reroll it. Hey, good old Logan. What up? Who knows if RBD hasn't tuned out yet or if he has me on in the background. You could become Logan with 155. It only costs you 30 points. Let's see. Other factions in this rank. Okay, you're a Lorena Kedet, 156. It's a very bard-like ability without bards. Oh, here's that Kevrosh ability. Search your deck for a dungeon, put it into play. 45 because it's technically card draw. That bard ability, the 3 on die rolls, that's being 45. A little pricey. You could have gotten 30 there. You're in the background, but Logan is awesome. There we go. 158. This is the new Kestrel ability. So you basically target a character. Like you can. It's the reverse of that spell one that we saw, where this is like now your Warlord is casting through this character that you chose, but the character you choose gets stat boost too. So this is pretty good. 45 is the right cost for this one because there's a whole lot there. This is one I really like. 159. After an opposing character performs an action, draw a card, perform a melee strike. Good old Kedrick the Monk. This is not once per turn. So if you're going to be a front rank fighter in a card draw meta, this is a really good one to consider. Especially at 30 points. So you can still spend some on another ability and some stats. And now you're basically like, you get up in the front rank and you're like, go ahead. I dare you to draw cards. You're just going to fuel me. But you put that pressure on that opponent. I like that. 160 until the end of the turn. Factions in your army. Oh, you can be Trench for 30 points. Fairly priced. I like that. You can be Yeskar the Elder for 45. It's technically card draw, so that's why. There should be something with this because, Yeskar himself, like his stats are really what holds him back, but his ability is great. So you can make yourself like a awesome lycanthrope. Still no gargoyles, but that's fine. Discard a card. Target character in your army has a bonus to attack, AC, and skill equal to the number of characters in your discard pile to the end of the turn. I've been blaming Josh for a lot of the anime ones. I'm going to blame him for this one too, because this is like that weird bishop that's a Deveradian. He did this with an Artec deck that just has a bunch of characters in your discard pile, and then it basically just is equal to the number of characters in your discard pile, and you just keep discarding character cards, so it gets stronger every turn. By like turn 2, you're giving yourself, you're basically targeting a character and giving them like +9 or like +18 after a while, because you're not playing characters, you're just discarding them. So this is nuts, because you can target yourself too. So put this on a front rank character, play Ring of Piercing so you kill the characters in play, and then any of the other characters you draw that you now can't play because of Ring of Piercing, well, you're just chucking them to this. 163, this is a slow fall ability. 45 points, pretty expensive for that. That should have been 30. But again, it's once per turn, you just don't spend or stun before falling forward. It's a nifty one, I like it. Order stun this character, perform a melee strike that may target additional rank away for 15 points. Oh, this one screams build a deck around this. Like, just get some like really angry like one strike character, throw them to the front with and just stun them, and then just play like Magaline, play like what is it, Focus Energy, I think. Courage from Faith. Play Balance if you're going to be a dwarf and just unstun all these. Him. Like, you could do crazy stuff like that. I like it. Bludgeon. There you go. After a +5 range strike that doesn't... Perform a +5 range strike that does not inflict wounds. If the strike hits, the character is stunned. Or stun the target. I'm just adding in words when I'm reading it. This is what happens when you read 166 abilities. Technically 164. 15 points is fine for that, but you can be you want to be a demon at Kavar? You want to be a big demon at Kavar? You can be a big demon at Kavar. Last but not least, 166. After blank, cast a spell, reveal the top card of your deck. If the card is a spell, put that card in your hand, and you may perform another order after the current one. So with that scout ability, you can do something like this too. So you can be a wizard scout and then do things like that. So there you go. That is what happens there. What is this? Brother Weapon in the house. Liking what I'm seeing so far. This dude definitely not banned from the tournament. Oh, you just give me time, bro. There's still plenty of time for me to get banned from the tournament. We will see. Anyway, so that's how this all works out. These are all the abilities. There's all these other factions and stuff like that. So what we're going to do now, let me go to the card builder. Back again. We got all this. Starting at -10 points because you don't have a class yet. You don't have anything like that. But we're gonna do some roll. We're gonna roll off one of these random abilities, and we're gonna start building a warlord together. So here we go, folks. Let's see. Take a look at this little weird line that's right below Build-a-Warlord. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna roll a D166. And we're going to find out what we get. So here we go, baby. Starting off, what is the ability we're going to build around? 142. Okay. Let's see. I don't remember. That's close. Oh, why did I close out the ability page? I'm an idiot. Bear with me, folks. All right, here we go. Let's see. What was it? 142, right? Let me check on tap. 142. Okay. So, oh, God, I got the garbage one. No. Oh, I deserve this. I deserve everything that I'm getting. While adjacent to a cleric, get an additional melee strike. Oh, man, even if I'm not adjacent to 2 clerics, I don't get 2 strikes? This is garbage. Oh, you're killing me with this. Josh, Woodrow, you're at least partially blamed because you're always blamed. Okay. So, we're going to build with that ability. This is some advanced physics right here, guys. Like AP Chem. Any of you who've done that? Now you're having flashbacks. Here we go. All right, cool. So, let's give us that bad ability. Where is it? Why am I not seeing this ability? I am blind, guys, right? Traits, feats, misc, card text. That's what it is. 142. And that's another trick too. You guys can just type in the number and then you get it. So, alrighty. Starting with 15 points, and we have this ability. So, first we have to think what will have clerics in it. So now that's really what we have to think about. What are some worthy clerics that we have? Brother Domini comes to mind. We can make ourselves a fighter and then play a bunch of Free Kingdom clerics like Ada and things like that. So we get this extra strike. We can go with a whole bunch of strikes. If this is the ability we're going with only, then we have a whole lot of points to play with in terms of stats. So that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, Now we gotta really think about this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Like that's where my gut is. We can go rogue. We can go dev. Then you get like Ged Nuri, and you're redirecting, and then when he survives, you're getting an extra strike. Free Kingdom's Duty. I could see that. That could be really cool. That's a good one, Ollie. I like that suggestion. Monk slots of strikes. Yeah, Monk with a lot of strikes. That's something, Cap. I like it. I like what you guys. I'm picking up what you guys are putting down. Fighter Paladin. Deveranian Fighter Paladin. Yeah, again, because the devs, you're right. Like the devs could get like there's a whole lot of like good lower level dev clerics, or just higher ones too, in case you're gonna eventually throw those guys up there, get Mother D and all that. So let's see. I think I'm gonna go with my gut one, which was the Freak one. So let's go Freak. Let's do it. This is probably going to be garbage, folks. You guys are just watching me suffer right here. This is great. Let's start 3. And I'm just going to go the base. The way the point system works is when you're at certain numbers, these are just you get for free. Like you get 8 armor class for free. Once you go up, then you're now starting to spend a little bit more. So I'm just putting out the base right here. Skill, I think it's 5 is 1 point. Skill, and here's the thing too. It's a viable strategy to tank in certain stats. Like if you're going to be a back rank, I'm never leaving rank 3 character, go 8 AC. Save those points for something else. Like you can definitely do that. Or I'm never going to attack because I'm a wizard. 0 attack, no points in that. So, but skill is one I would not recommend ever doing that. Never do that. Because there's just so many things that get enabled with the skill. Just that stat, whether you're going to use feats, whether people are going to, give you a DC check, you need skill. There's a reason why Phasa Naota doesn't see play, other than the fact that she's errated to shit. But she also has 4 skill. I do need another ability. You're right, Midge. So here's the thing. What kind of ability can we pair that with, though? Like, right now, my thinking is just like, let's go, like, if we're going to go, like, a whole bunch of strikes, right? So, how many +0s can we get before I'm, like, running out of? I can go 5 strikes with 110 points. So, I've got 130. I got to spend a class, though. Or it could just be a monk, right? But the monk is going to cost me 5 points for a trait. So, that's something that we got to look at. All right, well, let's go 4 strikes. 4 strikes seems to be a good number. 70 points. All right, cool. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Let's make ourselves level 5 because just safe to start. If we're Free Kingdoms, we're going to go good. There we go. Let's give ourselves a fighter class because if we're going to go Brother Domini, we're going to want that bonus. And we could go Paladin. Think of it like now, like obviously when I see all those strikes in there, I'm thinking like Eam the Unsullied. So you're basically like Eam the Unsullied with an extra strike without repost. That's kind of, but then we got to bump the AC up, right? So we got to go to like 15. So that's like 17 points. So we still have 13 to play around with. We need the Paladin trait, right? Let's go with that. Let's go Pally. 8 points left. So then, like, you can go, like, 2, 2, 2, 2. So, yep, we got 140 points. So we can just name this person Bad Freak. And this is what we got. Right now. And then the fun thing too is guys definitely have fun with like uploading an image. Luckily, okay, cool. So no one can see my desktop. You can like, this is what I really want to see with everybody in this tournament. Like, come on, give us some funny art. Like, make me laugh. When I see my opponent in round 1, every single round, if I'm not laughing at the art and like you just have like a cool art, or if I'm not like, dude, that's awesome. Like, come on. Like I'm already disappointed. You already owe me something. Like, you have the space to make a joke or to have fun. Like, definitely do it. Like, lead into it, baby. Let's see. I know I have some stuff. Wait, where's that secret folder? You guys don't know about my secret folder. Luckily, you guys can't see this, but no, that's not it. I'm going to spend time looking through my. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. Which one do I go? Oh, these are. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think some of these are good. Okay, yeah, you guys don't even know what I'm doing. But I know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, let's just, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see if this works. Ah, you can be Woodrow's body. That's all you could be. So this is Woodrow many years ago, and he's very sweaty and has a whole bunch of stuff. You could be Headless Woodrow. There we go. Headless Woody. Now we got a real character going. Let's see. What is the cost basis for traits and feats? Can you add things like planner? Yes, you can. Adding planner costs you a premium. I think it's like 30 points. So it's possible, but it is a good chunk of your budget. Most of the other traits, like especially subclasses, it's only 5. But when you get multiple ones, then you start exponentially increasing the price. So that's just something to check. I haven't really spent on 2, but you can usually find a way to do that. It's just then you're hurting in other stats, or like if you want to load up with other abilities, like it really depends. It's a deck building decision. Like if you want to be a Necromancer Seer, like there's the majority of your points, but then like you already are going to also spend it on 2 classes as well. So it's like, that's your thing. And you know what? That could be it. Like that could be a real deck. You were just like, I just need somebody who can cast Sever the Flesh and Premonition. That's all I want. And then you go for that. And that's also a strategy of doing it. Like, okay, we have Headless Woody here. Untap's yelling at me because I haven't taken an action. Because I haven't rolled the dice. So I'm just doing that right now. But like the ways that you kind of approach building this, like obviously right now I'm building these warlords just based off of goofy rolls, which just sucks. But there's different ways that you can go about with building this. One, it's, build something that you've always wanted. There is nobody who's ever if you've ever picked up a warlord card at all and you've built a deck, you're like, I really wish I could do this. Like somebody has had that thought, every single one of us at one point. This is your chance. Spend all your points prioritizing that and then build from there. Because there's something like that. Like, for example, I've always wanted a dwarf that had range strikes. Well, I had a Medusa Lord that was able to do that. So that's why I've already kind of scratched that itch. But like, if I didn't ever get that, then, well, I could do that. I can make a Layer John Hawthorne dwarf right now and really piss off Forge Cake. But, these are options like that. Like, I just want a scout like dwarf. Like, that would be real cool. The pillar of dwarvenness that is the defensive army. Like, you can do that now. And then you can have range strikes and hide behind that defensive army. Or like you can make a dwarf ranger and just keep supplying on Hawk Hatchet. Like that's cool. You can do things like that. So that's the first thing. Always look for things like that. But another thing too then is you kind of really have to think about then, like, other than that, if you don't have that, you're either building around one of 2 other options. You're building a warlord that is the center of your deck. So this could be like a front rank fighter, where they are the star. You're building them with these abilities in order to just do this thing. Like, that is what you could be really focused on. However, there are some times where you can just build a warlord that's really meant to enable a specific card or combo. And now this is something we've talked about in some of our past analysis streams, where it's like, sometimes it's very greedy to build around one card in your deck, but then again, combo still exists. Like, people build around it and do it successfully. So here, what you can do is you can literally just build a warlord that is a accelerator to your combo. Like, one of the things I saw was like, all right, cool. Star Fast Hand, or Szza, STZA, whatever you want to call her. awesome art from back in Call to Arms. Someone made that card and submitted it, and AG was like, yeah, we're going to print it. There's got to be some combo around that, right? Because she lets you just target anyone, anywhere, do a melee strike at them if, you know, she survives a strike that they swing at first. So, like, that's something like, can I build a warlord that enables Stop Fast Hand? Like, something that lets me kind of just save her and then she's, like, stabbing people and I can do something like that. Like, so you can just build something that enables a combo like that. Or just kind of lets you, like, with all these draw ability, you can just kind of take that and just, I need to draw into a combo and do a thing. You can build your warlord like that as well. So, a lot of different options there. And that, like that, so that's just like general speaking there. But yeah, so we got Headless Woody here. I'm going to save Headless Woody. Let me just save it to my good old Woody. This is a garbage warlord. I will go 2 and 4 with this warlord. If we were to build a deck with this, again, starting with Brother Domini, they'd be in there. Adas. Alyssa Yeskar would probably be in there because you can switch out the fighter, but go in the Paladin trait. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. You can run Innocence to kind of protect yourself as well. So that's in there. That could be cool. But otherwise, like, every character is going to be clerics. Salai Yeskar. Novice Ruth is one of the best clerics that freaks have. Good old Stolen Destiny. All that said. So, like, Novice Ruth would definitely be the level 2 starter for Headless Woody. So, and it would run a lot like EM the Unsullied. All right, let's clear off. Woodrow, you're awful. Sorry, Headless Woody, you're awful. Woodrow, you're just a reason for everything bad. That's all. All right, let's do this up, guys. Let's roll it off. Please don't give me another garbage ability. Let's see. D166. 88. Oh, boy. What are we doing here? Let's see. We're going to go. We're getting there. What's it going to be? Repost. Okay, it's the repost one. Oh, thank God. This character may repost before being targeted and gains +4 attack during strikes generated by repost checks. Okay, cool. So this, we can cook some stuff with this. Hopefully it's not a D6 ability. That's true. Sorry. No 3D6 on these repost checks. Right, Breath Weapon? Let's see. All right, we're getting some repost up with this. And don't mind me. Sorry, guys. I'm ducking away. I do not want to blow my nose on camera, but I don't want you guys seeing me with snot dripping out my nose. D6s only. That's right. Because D20s are not available anywhere else. Repost, we definitely need that feat. So this is where you can kind of see. Repost has different points. Like, each of the feats have different points. Like, repost is pretty cheap. And they give it to you cheap because it's like, all right, well, if this is going to be useful, you got to be in the front rank. You're putting yourself in danger. I like that. Other ones, like, I think medicine or whatever is very, or stealth is very pricey. And then it's basically 1 point for, or 3 points for each point of repost. So this is where, like, the balancing act comes with skill. The first 5 points of skill is just 1 per, but then, like, as you go to 6, then it's 3 per, I think, after that. Yeah, looks like it. Ooh, 8 to 9 is 6. So that's where it also just exponentially increases. So we basically decide how much skill we want versus how, and then, like, you know, usually what we want to do is, like, stay in, like, the neutral zone of that. And then we can kind of just put more into the repost. But then, like, skill in general is used elsewhere. So, like, let's just say, I'm just going to throw out a number. Let's go 7. Let's go 16 AC. If we're going repost, I want to be a rogue. I want people to be afraid to swing at me. So, and then since I'm reposting, I'm going to be rogue because I'm going Martyr's Hide. Like, that's what we have to be doing here. Has to be the ability. Let a reposting mage, like, they can just shoot me. Because wizards are squishy. But either way, I think we just want, like, 1 strike. Like, 1 big +10 strike. Just as, like, if I'm reposting, I'm murdering anything. Let's go 3 hit points for 10. 4 would be 15. Yeah, so let's go 3. Let's make myself a dwarf. Why not? I've been talking ish on all these dwarves. We're going to go repose. Let's see. If we're going skill 7, we're going to have repost +5 from Martyr's Hide, which we're hoping for. So that's already 12 bonus. We pass on 2s. So we need to hit 18, right? So that means we got to go 6 to be anything but a 1. 28 points for that one. So 18 extra points for these. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's see how that works. If we're dwarf, we're going to be good. Let's go level 5 so I can actually equip that Martyr's Hide. Oh, I have not added the ability yet. 88, right? Boom. Yep, that's it. 30 points. So we have 16 to play with. And I already got pretty good stats. Pretty good AC. If you want, and that's 16, I think is at the cusp of where it goes higher. Yeah, like the 17th point is an extra 15. Like, get out of here. This is like, no, don't do something silly. So here's also stuff we can kind of do other abilities. Like, you know, you can find like a 15-point ability and do it. We can go others. Let's make ourselves an assassin. I like it. Dwarf assassin. Like, I will kill you before you stab me, bro. 8 skill, my dude. You think 8? Let's see. What do I got? Plus 13 and then the 5. No, because then I got 18. Why do I got to go 8 skill? Because this is just, is it 3 points? Yes, that's why. All right, good. Slugbag got me. So going from 7 to 8 is only 3 points. So why not take the extra skill and go repost down? Because each point of repost is 3 points. So let's just get skill. There we go. And plus, getting the feet up +5. That's a nice number. So I'm a good dwarf that can just really assassinate the ish out of you. I like this and can repost. So you're going to the front rank. With 10 more points or 11 more points, what else can we do? I guess I can give myself an extra strike, right? I can be like 10-5, maybe. Ooh, I can be that. And then I got 1 extra point. Unfortunately, I cannot give myself like the aquatic trait or something stupid because that's a second trait. I can give myself a charge. I don't know why, but I have. Oh, no. I'm going to give myself charges 0 just because I want to spend that point. All right. So this is a pretty angry dwarf. And I know I'm only doing 1 ability, guys. But like, I think right now, can I go 11-5? I think after this, it starts going up a little bit more. Yeah, it's like 2 points. So that's why I can't do it, Cap. Unless I go 11-4. And I still got charges. Yeah. We can go 11-4. Maybe go 11-5. And then get rid of charges. Go away, charges. No, it still doesn't matter. Boo. Okay, fine. 11-4. Let's go 11-4. Yep. 11-4 will do it. Or should it be 4/11 in true? No, it needs to be a high strike. Get out of here. Oh, Blood Bowl game 1. Oh, what faction you playing, RBD? Come on. Tell me and which version of Blood Bowl? The new one? I don't even know. Blood Bowl is a fun game. I've yelled at that game many times though. Orcs this season. Ooh, there you go. Look at you playing Nothrogs. Oh, Blood Bowl 2. There we go. I like that. Yeah, I bought that dirt cheap off of Steam. I love it. Anyway, I think I need to focus on Warlord. But okay, so this is what we got kind of cooking here. So in the deck, it's literally just around like, let's get Martyr's Hide. So we'll want to play. We're gonna play 3 of that and just try and draw it out. If we wanted to too, we can probably go with some kind of ability to search out items. But this is kind of really like just the basis of it. And what we're really looking at. This could be really deadly. I don't know. What are we going to name this one? Well, guys, I'm open to suggestions for this Warlord. Let me see. I'm going to look around. What other Woodrow-related photo can I use? Can I use this one? Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Woodrow Sad Times. That's what we're calling this bad boy. I never got to do the roast of Woodrow Hood. It exists, I swear. Like, I created a lot of this stuff, but right now I'm just using it to roast Woodrow and Build-a-Warlord. So, Woodrow Sad Times, good old dwarf assassin who's ready to repost in the face. He's going to be sad times when he rolls that one on that repost check. That's what we're going for. You don't even know what midge farts are like, Slugman. Trust me. They're not as good as this Warlord. So we're going with the crying Woodrow. It's like the crying Jordan meme. But yeah, I'm going to save this one too. I like these Woodrow-related warlords that I have building, especially because he stopped watching the stream. So I'm just going to shit all over him. They smell like airheads. Yeah. But Fat Kid's skin is sticky like syrup. It's like some weird superpower. All right, let's do one more, guys. And then we'll get to some other fun stuff. So, last Build-a-Warlord. What do we got? Let's roll it up. Let's roll it up. Here we go. Oh, wait, no. Don't roll a D20. Roll. Some math people. 166. Does that go into 6? So can I roll? How many D6s do I need to roll in order to get... You know what? Yeah. Oh, damn it. This die roll. Oh, boo. I rolled a D9. I can roll 1d6. How come I can't roll like... I want to roll like 9 d6s and then roll it. Because then I can do that. So sorry. Like, we can't get any harpies if we do that. So Sanji will be mad if we do that. And since Sanji gifted subs, we will not do that. Let's go D166. All right, 94. I think that's a good one. I hope it's a good one. I pray it's a good one. 94. There is no 94. I've been bamboozled. God damn it, Josh. This is your fault. I've been so bamboozled. There is no 94. Well, I mean, I could choose one of the ones adjacent to it. I think I just get both of these, right? Like, that's how it goes. So I get 93 and 95 instead. I can target a dungeon and give it plus 10 CR. And then, oh, no, I'm just playing like Cruz and Baskar and some craziness. All right, now let's roll it up. Let's see. Let's re-roll. I got bamboozled. What do we got? 155. What do we got there? That's deep. Let's see. 155. We are Logan Ebenwolf, baby. That's what we are. After target opposing character makes a melee strike roll, the target re-rolls the die. So we are going to build around Logan. Just because RBD has finished this out. 155. All right, so let's talk some business here with this ability. We can re-roll a melee strike. That doesn't mean that we cancel a melee strike, which is also an option. We just have, and this is something that just kind of stops. So I look at this as this is a support role. This isn't like a front rank role. This is one where you just want to kind of keep your army intact. Like when I think of like a re-roll ability, I planner. That's exactly what I was going with. Like I think about planner because having the roll, there are so many times. Anyone who has watched any of our matches on Untap that we've streamed, when you put sometimes a Regrets Shadow, it just holds the ranks for 7 turns because Untap's random number generator will throw out odd numbers like whoa. So that is what we're looking at. Rogue Panda Art has just punched the keyboard when he saw planner. Oh, look at that. All right, let's do that. Let's give him the planner trait. How many points am I looking at for that? 30 points. It's worth it. Let's do it. And then that means armor class can kind of start here. All right, so we're making ourselves planner. And we got this ability where if we get melee strike, we reroll. I'm thinking we make ourselves, let's see, a stealthy planner dude. Because like, when you're stealthed in, it's harder for them to range strike you. Because I think this ability only works on melee strikes. So maybe we do some sneakiness. I keep thinking rogue, though. Dev Cleric, that's a good one. Oh, how much is it to become a Storm Wraith? Let me see. It's 20 more points for Storm Wraith because it's my second one. Maybe I could do something like that. We can make ourselves a Storm Wraith. What's worth it being a Storm Wraith, though? Let's see. Where's Gracchus the Old? Is he still playing like Simpsons Hit and Run or something like that I keep seeing on Discord? This is where I need... Gracchus, the one time I need you, you're nowhere to be found. What's wrong with you? Advanced text. Storm Wraith. Let's see what we get. Oh, these are... Okay. Inflict 1 wound. Bishop Iona. Target Storm Wraith. Your Storm Wraith gets +2 attack. Okay. Warder, spend the crown, discard a card. Give yourself 5 attack AC. Oh, you can get yourself a consort crown. Now we're talking. I like it. Get Tyrannus. Oh, no. We get foiled by the whole monster meta. Watch out now. Loot. Oh, man, we can get looted when we die. We can now play Markon because he gets +1 hit point and defend. I like it. That Storm Wraith card that's really good. All right, I'm looking for that Storm Wraith card that's really good. I don't know if it exists. We get Magic Resistance 4 with Yggdrasil. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, what's that one that's like Spirit Wrath, right? Like that's a card. I don't see it on here. Storm Wraith only. Storm's Truth. What are we doing with this? Maybe equipped by characters who may not equip items. React. After characters targeted with an action, not a melee strike. Spend the Truth. DC 14. Oh, that's bad. I was getting real excited when I was reading that. Hunting for Sport. Parted. That's an Astral card? Wait, what? Hunting for Sport isn't an Astral card. Oh, Pardon, you're saying, is the... Oh, this one right here. After a melee strike or action target says kill another character in this rank, cancel the strike or action. Okay. What abilities have been picked so far? We are Logan Ebenwolf, Sanji. That's what we are. And we made ourselves a platter Storm Wraith. So I guess we got to be dev then. Oh man, I can't believe I'm building a dev. Boo. It's not Sir Rollin. I obviously need 3 hit points, I think. We haven't chosen a class yet. We still got some funniness there. We're still only at 80 points. Oh, I do need a class, though, so that'll be 10. I have a lot of points. Roll for it. Roll for a second ability. All right, hold on. Let's do that. Let's see. What would be the potential second ability that I am forced to get? 156. Wait, did I get that ability twice? Oh, it's the one right there. Other faction in this rank. Oh, that's 45 points. Ooh. Gamble. I like it. Don't give in to the Gracchus. So yeah. Now we're like a bard Logan Ebenwolf. Let's see. Can I make this work? Let's see. 156. How many points are we looking at now? Oh, yeah. I think we can make this work. Let's see. All right. Let's go. Let's see. I'm a front rank Storm Wraith that's planner and makes you reroll. I think I want to go Cleric. I want to be a front rank Cleric. So then let's give myself like, I don't know, 3-1. That seems like Cleric-y. 9 points. I'm too much. I still need skill. Oh, good God. Hold on. Let's get skill first. Oh, I only got 5 points. Oh, this is rough. All right, well, we might be playing with some stuff here. Can I get some negative points by doing this? No, I get 8 for free. Boo. All right. Are you selling an NFT that could be used at Midnight Madness? NFT. I'm Nirvana Tool. Nirvana fucking Tool. So every time you come here, you get an NFT, bro. So don't worry. I give them out for free. Oh my God, he's actually in here? Yes, you can shit talk him right to his face. Don't worry. Oh, I love it. I love it. Don't worry. We'll get into that. We'll get into that after this. I'll give some comments and some reflection on all that went down. But let's see. How are we going to build this into an actual character? I don't think we can. I think we're screwed. I need 3 points down. 46. I'm sorry. You just can't be a Stormwraith. Yeah, I need that points. I need those points for like attack and things. Oh, I still need a level. I need to be a level 5. Yeah, so no Stormwraith. I'm going to give myself 1 strike at +4. So there we go. Oh, why do I not have this yet? What am I missing still? Alignment. That's what I'm going to be evil. That's what's up. There we go. We got a front rank cleric that's just there to boost up. So sounds like a fighter to me. It could be a fighter. But this is what I'm thinking here with this one is you're a dev, you're a planner, you go to the front rank, you have your ability to kind of roll some stuff. Actually, you know what? This is still kind of risky because it has to be a cleric. You have to run things like aura protection because range strikes are still an option. Melee strikes, you're good. You don't give a shit. But really you just want to get to the front. Other Deveranians getting +3 to the rolls. And just really trying to like help that out. So Lady Helen, starting that. Squire Arrogant, front rank. The only thing that's been... What is going on? Oh, my God. Oh, there we go. Good thing I don't have to read those comments. They could just read them for yourselves. So Twitch's audio doesn't find me saying these words and banning me. No, this is not for children, so we're fine. Anyway, what do we got here? So, yeah, I think this is what we're kind of cooking with, like a front rank. I wish it was a Stormwraith, but we don't have the points. And that's the unfortunate side effect here. Like, I wish if you, like, I know it's a little advanced for the filter, but if you go planner, can you go, like, get Abyssal or Stormwraith for free? Just because it's, like, a little fun. Like, having to go 20 points extra on that sucks. But, we a singing Stormwraith in the front rank that heals things up. So, there we go. It's definitely death metal. Like, right? Devs would be, like, symphonic metal. Like, maybe even some power metal. Definitely going like that. Oh, here we go. Bobby, take it easy out of here. All right. Leave that for the Facebook group. But anyway. Yeah, so this is what we're looking at. And this is Build-a-Warlord, guys. So this is what we're looking at. You have until next Friday to submit your decks to Wes, not to Woodrow. Don't send. You can send him to Woodrow. He ain't gonna do anything with them. Who made this card maker? Like, came up with all the points and prices. That one, Josh's brother, Josh King's brother, Slugman. Slugman is Josh, but his brother, whatever his name is, we still don't know his name. He's just Josh's brother. He did all the coding, so he gets almost all the credit. The actual design of the point system, I believe, was Josh, Woodrow, Wes, and then I don't know if anyone else was involved. I imagine they talked to Iceman for some rulings and some wordings. I hope they talked, but like everything kind of came out fine, so it's all right. But that's who did it, and I definitely think they did a really good job on this. Like, you guys know me, I shit on them for like strategic and like all these bad ideas, but this one's really good. It is, again, it's not a perfect system because like you look at like certain warlords, like look at Albrecht that exists, like. So I think it was Graham. You did that in the Discord. Like, you were like, how much would it cost to recreate existing warlords? Like, just out of morbid curiosity. And we think Albrecht was like, what, like 217 points or something like that? So it's like, oh, pound for pound. Like, that's what we're looking at. Kevin's horse art should be the default pick for all cards. You could do that. You have the ability to do that. Like, and again, you can do things like, I made a bunch of Woodrows. This is Woodrow Wraith right here, right? Yeah, we never gave it do I have a Woodrow photo that goes with this? Yeah, here we go. We're just going to call this Woodrow's Bad Hair Day. Bad Hair Day. It's really hard to hit. That's why. See, someone tried to like slice him with a razor, and they only got a little bit of his hair because he made them reroll. That's what we're going with. With his soul. See? That's a very platter thing to do. So I'm so glad I got to use some of this Woodrow. Woodrow, I know you're not going to rewatch the play. You were here before. You donated a sub to me, and all you're getting is abuse. I love you, buddy. That's just how it is. That's how it goes. But yeah, so let's see if Woodrow's bad hair day. Let's see. I got 3 Woodrow Warlords now. Look at that. The art really sells. That's true. The art is everything. That's why you make them into NFTs. Zing! There it is. No, but anyway, that's Build-a-Warlord. Again, I encourage you guys, even if you're not going to play in the tournament, have fun with this. Like, do some cool things. Build up, take a look at the abilities. Obviously, with the abilities, you're kind of limited, so it's not like a pure card creator. But this is something that can be cool for a night of your friends. Like, pick a point system. Like, think of it like you know, any kind of like tabletop mini wargaming ability. Like, just do that. Like, and just say, all right, we're going to make warlords that are like 200 points. Like, do whatever you want. And then just everyone brings some crazy shit and sees what's going on. At this tournament, whether we see an infinite combo, I don't know. If I had to say what the chances are, let's go like 35%. I think someone's going to break something because we had so much extra time to kind of play around with this. These are going to be disgusting games. And in general, there may be some infinite combo. I think there are going to be a lot of aggressive decks for sure. Like turn 1 decks, like are going to do whatever. That's what you're looking at for sure. So just that's my general read of the meta. So just kind of look into that one, guys. If you use an infinite combo, you're banned from the NFT tournament. Damn. See, being banned from that is like, you know, that's like getting COVID. Like if you haven't been banned from this tournament right now, what's your secret? What are you doing? Do you never leave your home? This is how this works. But anyway, yeah. So that'll do that. I do want to touch upon this though. I don't know if Breath Weapon you're still here, but I will touch upon that here and kind of give some feedback because obviously I wasn't part of that. So I am the disease of this community. There we go. So today, April 4th, or no, not April 4th, April 9th, when this is airing, this is my lovely mother, Mama Vac's 65th birthday. So happy birthday to my mother, who you know, is the reason I am here. So definitely kudos to her. I am celebrating her 65th birthday at a party that I've driven to, you know, back to my hometown of Bayonne, New Jersey, to go do that. And then I looked down at my phone and was like, why is there 20 notifications? And it's because Facebook has exploded with the announcements of Midnight Madness. I will kind of say, like, anyone who has not seen it, the post does exist in Facebook. Good old Tom. Tom, I forgot your last name, Edwards, or no, I don't even remember. Something. Tom. You just look for someone by Tom. He's in there. Go look at that post. It's the big tire fire with 149 comments. You can't miss it. It smells like burning rubber. Go take a look at that one. And you can see like a whole bunch of craziness. So what my opinion of this is. So again, as I read it real quick and it's kind of like, you know, there was obviously a lot I didn't like about the post. But like, here's the thing. Like you look at this Midnight Madness. So again, Tom was, I was there. Tom ran the first Midnight Madness. I do remember this. This was the birth of DL Poker. RBD, you were there too. Me, you, Salas, Harrington. I think Kaiser was sitting there with us. I know, Tom, you were like kind of running the event and kind of walking back and forth. But a bunch of us degenerates were playing poker with DLs. I remember this. So again, Tom did create Midnight Madness. I think that was the only year you ran it, Tom. And then you handed it off to Jeremiah. Jeremiah was there. He was there hanging out with us too. Good old Jeremiah. Miss him, buddy. But what we had, you know, like that was there. So Tom is right. Tom did make that. So that is true. But so I think here's the thing. So obviously Tom is old guard, and anyone who was around for that, Tom, even you admit you're a pain in the fucking ass. That's just kind of the either the personality of online. In person, you weren't a pain in the ass, but the personality online is like that. Think of it kind of like Nihil, like good old Paul Delaney. You know, just you're such a dick on the forums, but in person you're actually kind of fine. So just remember that. That is what I remember. So like, definitely kind of keep with that. So all of that aside, you look at this tournament, it's like, all right, cool. So someone wants to come back to the game and run a tournament. All right, cool. Well, now they got all their crazy rules. Okay. Well, now they're fundamentally taking out the D20 from a game that's literally about D20 right here D6. So everyone knows all the details and all that. And then there's the NFT aspect, which again, you either like NFTs or you're like, shut the fuck up, I don't want to hear about them. That's just your general personality thing. It is a polarizing thing. Like, we get that. But really what I look at it is just the tournament is, okay, we're going to do a tournament for charity. Like, okay, first, here, how about this? Midnight Madness. Check. Sign me up for that. Charity. I love charity. I want to support charity. I don't want all these bad things to happen to these people. Check. Assuming the charity is legitimate, of course. Prizes. Yeah, I'm here for that. Check, check, check. Well, there's going to be a whole lot of prizes. Yeah, you have my attention. All right, $50 point. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Like 50 points. Most of us are like well-off adults now, and it's going to charity. Fuck yeah. I mean, someone spent $100 to hit me in the face with a pie for charity. You know, people pay things for charity. I'm all on board with that. Growing the community, having someone come back. This is also a positive. I'm all about this. The attitude and the language of that post when people kind of responded, that's really where this went downhill. That is my take of that. The way that, you know, Tom responded to a lot of people. Well, again, maybe sometimes you can even say the way people responded, but, you know, either way, that's just kind of how it is. Basically, the situation was someone who was really an old guard of this community came back, wanted to do something, but do it their own way and push it around. So obviously we're the kind of people where it's like, you don't tell us what to do, bro. Like you want to come in with us, like that's fine. So that was my general sense of where this all started. And then Tom's like, well, what the fuck? I'm the most winningest person in the original part of the game. So you can't tell me what to do. And then that's how you kind of get into this shit. And then, yeah, the selling the NFT angle, like, yeah, again, you either hate NFTs or like, cool, you're an NFT, bro. Like that's just something, whatever. Like, honestly, like when I kind of looked at that, I was like, all right, cool. Like sign up for a Midnight Madness tournament, $50. Oh wait, my prize is NFT. Well, I don't really care about the NFT, but I'll give you $50. I'll go play Warlord and have fun. Like, fuck it. Like that was kind of be like my general gut reaction to it. But then I saw all the shit going there with like all the attitude and the language. Now, Tom claims it was to kind of get buzz. You got me streaming talking about it. So in one sense, yeah. So here's the thing what we can kind of look at. I'm not no grifter, I'm a gifter. All right, so here's the thing. You either kind of look at it in two ways. Like, and this, I really do think this situation's in black and white with the whole thing. Either Tom is an idiot and an asshole, period. And then this situation's a lot simpler. Where that whole post is just, this person is just insane and out of touch with reality. Like, okay, that's simpler because it's just like, okay, let's stay away from the crazy man. But then number two is the viral aspect that he said. He's always been notoriously known for like, you know, being a scutch, let's say scutch on the boards and like causing a good ruckus, and that this is intentional. Gets a lot of attention, gets people talking about it. Everyone now knows there's a Midnight Madness with some NFT shit going on it. So in a sense, yes, you can kind of look at it as viral marketing. However, you may have overplayed your hand a little bit, Tom, just because of like the attitude part. I think that part kind of like went a little bad. So my general idea of this, obviously it's locked. I think the mods did the right thing there. It's stop. Let's everybody shut the fuck up. Let's step back and let's redo. Because I think, again, there's no bad, like, you know, playing Warlord in person in 2022. This is all positive stuff. And that's what I look at. Like, all right, you're telling me you're doing it for an actual charity and whatever, that's fine. The legitimacy, of course, of a charity is something I want to see. Like, when you tell me that you're making your own charity and you're filing paperwork, it is a legitimate, like, this is sus as fuck. Especially for someone like me. Fun story, good old Game of Thrones card game. Someone literally faked having cancer and scammed the community out of money. So yeah, I've been through that. I've seen, and this was somebody who like everyone trusted and liked. piece of shit. I hope he fucking rots in hell. Like, he can go fuck himself. He's still alive, and he's still kind of like, scamming other people out in fucking Wausau, Wisconsin. So, yeah, if you go to Wausau, Wisconsin, and you see like a fucking fat neck beard that tells you he has cancer, don't believe him. Punch him in the fucking throat. But anyway, so like I've seen things like that, and like that's where you kind of like, all right, no, it's got to be legit. Like if we're going for like, like wherever we donate to like Limited Wishes. I forgot. I literally cannot remember. The American Cancer Society, I think it is. Like that. Okay, cool. We're doing that. Or like some known like Russian or Ukraine. Like again, the cause that you have, if it's already established, then it is a little bit more credibility. And then this is an easier sell. But that's my whole take about it. It's just be a little bit credible. Again, you're going to be a little dick, but eventually just make sure the non-dickishness is there. Because again, like if the whole point is charity, we got to get everybody there. You doing what Breath Weapon donates to Russia? Well, if it goes to Russians, that's fine, as long as it's not a certain few Russians. I don't consider Russian oligarchs an actual charity. They own their own charities. Oh man, I'm gonna get hacked by Russians because you guys. You fucking assholes. But anyway, no, general, again, how I would say this just for the community, hey, like this all came out. Let's take a step back. Let's breathe. Same thing with you, Tom. Take a step back, breathe. We got the little viral marketing thing, but like, I'm just glad that if this whole thing was to like get viral thing, it's like, okay, cool. That's great. We went viral, but at least we stopped at the point before young entrepreneur Elon Musk started calling people pedophiles. So, going on Joe Rogan and smoking pot. All right. We stopped at that part, which I am at least happy about. So thankfully that stopped. We got a lot of good memes and jokes out of it. Let's keep it like that. Let's not grift anybody. Let's just fucking play Warlord. So with that note, speaking of Warlord, I'm not going to play Warlord, but I am going to give some Warlord stuff away. Because we're talking about charity here, right? That's what I do on this stream. I go charity-wise. So, what we have here. Good old Midge. Are you still in the chat? Don't give Breath Weapon ideas. Okay, so he is here. Good old Midge. Midge likes to indulge in some libations from time to time. And he likes to do that, especially on football Sundays. He likes to, get a little crazy and then go drunk shopping. Midge one day just decided to go on eBay and buy some packs of Saga the Storm. By accident, like, oh shit, I'm just going to bid on these. And whoops, he won. And he's like, what am I going to do with these packs? It's like, oh, Rissy, I know you. You're going to give some stuff away. Oh, by the way, do you want this extra 20th anniversary pack that I bought and never used? Like, yeah, you could just have this. So Midge mailed me these. And in true fashion, if any of you ever get mail from Midge, when you open the envelope, point it away from your face. Just trust me. Luckily, nothing happened. Glitter did not go into my home. So we are happy with this. But it was just 2 packs of Saga the Storm and 1 pack of 20th anniversary set. So, first things first, okay, cool. Nightbot is working. So that is very important. So I have Nightbot. Oh, there's a good chunk of you guys here. Oh, look at it. It's like you guys want to talk about some NFTs and things like that. These are real packs. They're not digital packs, I promise. But you will own these. We're going to roll this off. We're going to give 2 packs of Saga away. And we're going to do normal Nirvana Tool stream rules. We're going to open them up here. If there's a good card in it, I'm going to ship it out to you. You are the owner of it. If it's an absolute crap card, it's staying here. But then after we do those 2 packs, the 20th anniversary, we're just going to raffle it off to one person here. So that's just as a thank big shout out to Midge on this one. This is all him. He sent it to me and do it. So thank you, Midge. Really appreciate this. And in terms of mailing, guys, I am very lazy. I am very behind on mailing. I have not mailed the loot boxes to Germany. I have not mailed packs. I think Celtic, I owe him a King Zod from like 6 months ago. I will get this done, I promise. I will make my lovely wife help me. She half hears me. Yep, she's looking at me. She's like, what? Yeah, that's right. She agrees. She's not going to make noise. She's afraid of being heard on stream. But anyway, say anything in chat, guys. If you have said anything in the last 15 minutes, you are eligible for one of these packs. So we're going to start with a Saga pack. So here we go. I'm going to roll the first one off. There's a good number of you in here. So let's see what we got. Going once, going twice. The roll. Oh, someone just go. Chaos Orb MTG. Oh, good old Mike Harrington. You snuck in here. Let's see. Now you're eligible. The Grifter has won the first pack. Oh, boy. You know, I've always been accused of having this thing rigged. I did not rig this. I swear. So, Breath Weapon, you are definitely new to this, so you don't know how this works. We are going to open this pack of Saga, this 20-year-old pack of Saga, and then looking at my notepad, so I remembered what to say. We're going to open up this pack, and if it's a good card, I'm going to mail it to you wherever you are. If you are still not banned from Russia, I can mail it there. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I don't know if it'll get to you, but wherever you are. I can mail it to some P.O. box if you do not want to give away your location as you are a, persona non grata right now. But we'll see. You got to actually pull a good card from it. So I'm going to open this on your behalf, and then we're going to see what happens. Oh, my God. These packs, the glue of them is so bad. All right. So, pack of Saga has been opened. I don't remember where the rare is. So, what the fuck? Holy crap. Half of this pack is upside down. Let me see if I can show it. Some of them are in... Yeah, some of these are just in different directions. Like, what the... Okay, cool. I found the rare. Let's see. We're going to put the rare down. And then we're just going to show you commons and... St. Louis! Oh, there you go. That's a big city. Anyway, let's take a look. So we have... Stone as the first common. Then we have Sand in Your Eyes. Paltheus Soft Leather Armor. Bruncher's Helm. That's a good one. Imperial Guard. Zyatt. Dagger. Buckler. There you go. Now you're fully ready for battle. And you got your Soft Leather Armor. Scavenge. All right, so those are the commons that we have here. So far, Zod has evolved much further than that. Well, Brother's Helm. Actually, no, he doesn't even do Brother's Helm. Let me tell you, there's a card, Blood God's Bassinet. That'll blow your mind, Breath Weapon. But anyway, all that matters here is the rare. So let's see. What do we have? The rare for this first pack is a Final Stand. Okay, this is an interesting one. Take a look at Final Stand. I will read for those who do not remember what this card does. It is a level 5 fighter action. Spend order. If this fighter is in the first rank, target any number of characters in another army's first rank. The fighter performs consecutive melee strikes against each target, with a penalty to his or her attack to the number of targets. So if you have 8 characters swinging at, you got -8. If the fighter fails to kill a target with a strike, the remaining strikes are lost. So you just keep going and going and going. And then once you miss, you swung over and you just get stabbed in the back. You're done. Yeah, so let's see. Everyone is saying obsolete. Bad Cry Havoc loot box. I don't need these newfangled cards. Will win challenges with starter decks and 3d6 only. Oh God, I love it. I love it. But yeah, so Final Stand. Yeah, everyone's saying loot box. Yeah, I do think that at one point this was a good card. This was a card that people played. It is definitely obsolete. Obsolete's the great word that Sanjington just used here. So the Cry Havoc is just better. There's no risk there. And if you're in multiplayer, this lets you only target one army. If you have multiple armies, then Cry Havoc works. So this is really just, there's no reason you'd want to play this one. You just play Cry Havoc. Unless you're going to need like 6 slots, at which point it's just super greedy, because then it's like, you better hope you're in the front rank and you're a level 5 fighter and you have high enough attack where your final stand strikes are missing. So breath weapon, I think this one is going to go to the loot box. You're not familiar with this. Whenever you get a rare that's not like an absolute keeper, it stays here with me in a loot box. We build it up and then we raffle off 1 box. One has gone to Wyvern, good old Minnesota sun over there. I don't know if there is a sun in Minnesota these days, but maybe. You're getting towards spring. He won the first one. And then Karora, who wins Warlord tournaments and is just insane. He has won the other one, and I just need to mail it out to Germany. I just got to figure out DHL. That's all. So that can actually go there. But we're working on the 3rd one. Don't worry, guys. And a final stand has been added to it. Alrighty. So let's get this other pack going. If you were just kind of came in the middle of that and you just saw a whole bunch of random stuff, say a comment now. You have like 30 seconds of latency on this stream until that's really good to go. But we're going to open up this next pack and we're going to see who gets it. So I think we're about at the 30-minute mark. No, we're like at like 15 seconds. Get out of here. But comment anything and you will be eligible. Don't worry, Breath Weapon cannot win this one. Nightbot removes you once you've won that. I will re-enable you for when the 20th anniversary one comes. Don't worry. Pack, hopefully, but better. Yes. Yo, if you pull a Logan, that'll be great. I think you can pull a Logan in the base set, right? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna roll it. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Going once, going twice. It's going to Sandington. Oh, man. Sanji, you win a lot. There are like 15 of you in here. How's it going to Sandington? Yeah. I swear, I promise you guys this is not rigged, but I will admit that the evidence does not look good. Fill that envelope, baby. Yes, Sandington's envelope is growing and growing. You should be able to. Bobby was... Okay, yeah. So, Bobby was a starter. You're right. I forgot. Ew, like this one's got like glue on it. Ugh. You got some funky ass packs, Angie. All right, let's see. So let's open this up. Ooh, the cards we're going to be facing you guys. These packs are weird. Midge, I don't know what kind you got, but like half the pack was upside down and half was right side up when you got it. But let me see. Okay, I think the rare is going, oh my God. I think the rare is stuck to this uncommon. Yes. Okay. This stack of cards is stuck together. It has the rare in it. We're going to go through the comments and then I'm going to show you. This is really weird. When we opened the box of Saga before, it wasn't like this. But let's see. Oh, Woodrow back. Jersey nepotism. Hey, Woodrow, you might want to watch the video on demand when it's available. See what warlords we built. Tanner Trollson for a comment. Blast. There we go. Love me some Blast. Leveled. That's good. Fardoon. Fire Ridge Cyclops. Oh, shit. We got an OG Brine Fiend. Short Bow. Symbol of Core. And To Me. And then as you can see, this is a... Let me see if I can get in real close. I don't know. That stack of cards, one of them is a web. But it's like I have to peel. It's stuck. Oh my God. I am not lying. The rare is glued. Let me see if I can show. I'm going to get in closer to show this. It's glued. Oh my God. Oh, I am ripping the card art. What is it? Fucking fat kid, you tampered with the pack. Oh, fucking fat kid. Oh, man, you fucking got me good. Look at what fat kid put in this pack. No wonder it's glued together. Ah, I knew there was a fucking catch. When that envelope didn't explode with glitter, oh my God. This is a picture of young. This isn't that young of a Rissy. This is definitely pre-beard. I've definitely glowed up since then. I'm still fat, though. That sucks. Let's see. What does this do? So, Rissy Titty Burger Fat Scar. +6, +1, 16 AC. Level 5 fighter. 9 skill. Oh, you think I'm skillful. I love it, fat kid. 3 HP. Mercenary Warlord Lycanthrope. Limited order. Okay, yeah, it's just Yeskar the Odd. But you made him a fighter instead of a rogue. And he's a very skillful fighter. And people say I'm a troll. Fat kid, what was the rare that you put this on? Oh, man. I see something in here. I can kind of see it through the light. Oh, what the fuck is that? A Carabrus? You put this over a Carabrus? That's rude, dude. It's a Warlord. Oh my God, it was. It was an OG Carabrus. Oh, that's rude, Becky. Oh, it had to be a Merc. All right, Sanji. I'll add that to the... Oh, damn. I was like, why is there glue on this? Now I know why there was glue on this one. Fucking fat kid. You fucking got sloppy with the glue. Hey, darling. This one's for you. Take a look at that one. Now my wife is cracking up at that one. Fat kid, my wife loves your humor. Don't worry. Alrighty. So, not gonna lie, that was funny as hell. Yeah, I know. The effort. When Fat Kid like messaged me, it's don't worry. Every time, I had to ask like, what's the real story behind this? There's something to this. I get good ideas when I'm drunk. See? He bought some packs just so he could do this. But he at least gave us this. Fat Kid, I know you don't have the talent to reseal this 20th anniversary pack. So we have at least that going for us. Oh, I've been talking for 2 hours about Build-a-Warlord and NFTs. I really need to like... Yeah, my throat's killing me. This is like what happens when I used to do like the 3-hour fucking analyses. Anyway, we're going to give a 20th anniversary pack. There's no opening this pack. This is just going to you sealed. If you are in chat right now, you have one last chance to say something. You are in for this. If you know your boy who like wants this pack and like, hey, they're like sitting next to you, have them go on Twitch right now. You better find Nirvana Tool. You got like 30 seconds. Like follow that, come in, leave a comment here, and you're good to go. I might roll it off and you might win one of these. We got to say number 2, Sanji. Oh yeah, I got to re-enable you. I'm here to answer questions after you're finished. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if we want to have another thread going, Tom. That might have to be its own thing. We'll talk later. But let me see. I'll re-enable Tom. I'll re-enable Sanji. All right. So I think everything is good. All right. So that should be okay. Reset eligibility. Oh, no. I'm playing with things. All right. I think you're all here, guys. We're going to roll it off. Let's see what happens. So, going once. Going twice. Let's roll it, baby. Good old Cap. Cap has won it because he said thank you. It's rigged. He said thank you before he even got it. So that's what happens. Keeper, he agrees. It's a good rare. Captain, you haven't won anything on this. So, I am happy. For those who are not aware of Captain, one of my best draft picks for strategic. Very happy to have played with him and built with him. And he is now technically he does count as New Jersey. Sorry, guys. I know you're not from that. You're from one of the Dakotas, but I don't remember which one when you're from out there. But you are Jersey by proxy. Exactly. Fucking Aradan crush it. Exactly. I spent all this money on fucking Bobby, and he fucking was just getting his ass kicked and not getting into battles. Or like spent all this money on Yotaka Fish, who was just kind of making sure Ironhall didn't die. And yet, instead, it was Aradan who was like, I'm just going to crush people. And I'm going to live. I'm going to mop up some Chosen. Good old Cap. So, South Dakota. Okay, that's where he's from. Got it. Zan Primus knows. But anyway, Cap, you are the winner of the 20th anniversary pack. So that'll go to you. Just shoot me your address, and I promise one day, I swear, I will mail these out. I'm technically not grifting because all I'm getting is subs from you guys. So technically, you're just giving your money to Twitch. I'm not even stealing from you. But that will do it. I'd like to thank everybody who came in, watched this stream, joked, had some good times. I'd like to thank good old Robert A. Midgley for pulling a really funny pack prank. That was good, fat kid. You got me. So that was fun, and thank you for donating the packs. So thanks to Sanjington, Midge, Woodrow, Celtic. I know you gifted. If there's anyone else who gifted subs, I am sorry I'm forgetting you because for Twitch is not, or like OBS is not showing me. But you guys are awesome. Because you guys donate to things like this, I'm able to open up these packs and ship them out to you guys. So happy to just do that. Remember, guys, check out Build-a-Warlord. Go to Accordlands. Go to SagaTheStorm.com. Go to the most recent events. Take a look at the rules for that, and you can see. We'd love to have you guys participate with us in these online tournaments. They're a whole lot of fun. Even if you're not going to do this one. If you're watching this randomly, you're like, wait, what the fuck is this Build-a-Warlord? What is this Midnight Madness Breath Weapon NFT thing we're talking about? What are all these packs? Like, and you're very confused at this point. You've made it 2 hours through that. You know what? That's awesome. You're our kind of people. Come hang out with us in the Discord. You'll see that in the thank you slide right before I finish up. But come hang out with us. Come play Warlord. It's a dead card game, but a dead card game that gets 40 people a month playing in some tournaments. That's pretty good. But yes, with that, thank you everybody who came and hung out and chat. Yes, including you, Breath Weapon. I see it. You're here for the chuckles. We had some good chuckles. We had some good times. We're going to have more good times going down. And just remember that, guys. It's all about the good times. So when you play in these tournaments, build a Warlord that you know you're going to have fun with. Don't play old Build a Warlord that's going to make everyone's lives miserable. That's my only ask. So don't build duty. But with that, thank you, guys. And we will see you next week for the start of Build-a-Warlord. Good night, everybody.